Stretch. At a stretch. Hello, hello. Meri, say hi.
Hi, hello, hi, sorry.
No worries, no worries. Welcome, welcome, everyone. We oh, thank you, Meri. Another stretch, then. Minnie, Minnie, thank you. Hello there, Minnie. Welcome. This is Amber. Hello.
Hi.
Look. We have the Meri here, and Meri has apparently taken my hat, but she's not wearing it. Apparently.
I'm just borrowing it.
Yes. Wow, we've been. No, please not another hype train. Please not another hype train. We can't do this.
We can start off with a hype.
Oh, let me. Here. Now you should be able to hear some music, right? Can I get just a tick quieter? I guess not. Fine. Alrighty. Let's today we are here. Meri and I have been talking about this for a while. We've wanted to do a tier list of the various things in Vampire Survivors, a game both of us have enjoyed quite a bit.
I think we both 100%ed it, right?
Yes, obviously it's getting updates pretty regularly and all that, but I just unlocked the last new secret character earlier today. I was playing around with them, so once again I am back at 100%.
Nice.
And we'll talk about that character in a bit, but yeah. Meri just needs a bit of volume boost. Oh, okay. Let me
I can just talk louder.
No,
I'm not gonna talk louder.
Okay, beside that, is volume all good? Like, you can...
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Meri? Can you hear me? Can you, is the background music, which is just Giovanna's theme from the game. Everything's good? All right. All right. So, we want to start with weapons, or would you like to start with something else? We've got a tier list here for weapons. We've got a tier list here for passive items. We've got the characters, and we've got the Arcana from the random mezzo. Which would you like to start with?
I kind of want to start with passive items.
Alrighty. Okay. So I think I arranged these in the order the stats are displayed in the game menu. But I might have gotten some of them in the wrong order. But whatever. It gives us a good way to start with, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's just go from the top then. So first, the Hollow Heart. No, yeah.
Are we ranking this like?
Oh yeah, we should probably decide.
Like a vacuum, or are we like?
Okay, so I think for the passive items, we shouldn't necessarily take into account any like weapons they evolve, unless it's like. I feel like that's like a part of the discussion, but the main weight for ranking these should be in a vacuum.
In a vacuum, so not the weapons they evolve, and not the like what character has it.
Yes. Yeah. So like,
okay.
Especially for the weapons, that's going to be very much more in a vacuum. For these passive items, like you do take them depending on what weapons you want to evolve. So like that's definitely part of the consideration. But we're going to mainly be ranking the stats, right?
Yeah.
All right. That sound good? We understand?
Sounds good. Yes,
all right.
Perfect.
First up on the chopping block, Hollow Heart, HP. Not great.
Not great.
Not great.
Like C tier?
Yeah. It does have the one thing it does well is get you Bloody Tear and then Fualu, whatever it is. I never remember. That's what's keeping it out of Z tier, is that it's helpful for that. But as its own buff, not great.
And like it's fun. It's fun when you have characters that have a lot of HP and then you get that and their HP is just like multiplied.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's very dependent on the character, so
yeah. And like some characters is just useless, right? Mostly it's the secret characters who have like single digits HP sometimes. Yeah, like it just doesn't do a whole lot.
Also, if you're like killing the enemies fast enough, your HP doesn't even matter.
Right? Yeah. Ideally, you don't want to get hit. You want to kill them before they get to you. And anything that relies on them getting, or is only useful if they get close to you, is just not. It's just not enough.
Mm-hmm.
That note, I think Pomerola is D tier, or actually probably even more. No, I think I'm gonna add another tier below D tier in a bit, so Pomerola gets a comfortable D tier.
All right, cool. Yeah, not much. Probably the same issues with the Hollow.
Yeah. It's same idea, except it doesn't have any of the saving graces that the Hollow Heart does.
Yeah.
It relies on you getting hit and losing HP, but then not getting hit long enough for the recovery to actually matter.
Yes.
It's
I
awful.
agree with this. It's just don't get hit.
Just don't get hit. Plus, if you're using the power-ups, right, you already get, like, a little bit of extra recovery anyway, which makes Pomerola even less helpful, because you already have some at base.
Mm-hmm.
I think armor... Okay. I think armor is also pretty bad. What do you think?
Armor's bad?
I
think okay. Here. First,
it's gotten better. It's gotten better, but it's
controversial. But like, I feel like out of the items that keep you from dying, the armor is the best.
I agree. However,
okay, let's hear it.
It's I think my favorite thing that armor does is boost retaliatory damage, mainly from the no future, which is a good use case. But I found that the actual armor, usually if you're getting swarmed enough where like you're taking so many hits the armor matters, it's kind of over anyway.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably put in C tier with the Hollow Heart then.
Yeah. I was thinking like, do I think the like retaliatory damage thing is like enough to bring it up? But no, I don't think it is.
I still think it's better than the Hollow Heart though. So.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, are we doing ranks within the tiers? I guess we can.
I think we can if we have so little tiers.
Yeah.
I think we can.
Okay. Wings.
I really like the wings.
I don't pick them often enough. I don't take them very often, but I'm usually pretty satisfied with them. Being able to outmaneuver the enemy is really helpful.
Yeah, I don't pick them either. I still really like them though.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't think they're good.
I don't think they're good. Probably also in C tier.
C tier. Probably lower C tier. Honestly.
Yeah. Better or worse than Hollow Heart?
I'd probably say worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're not good. I still really like the wings.
Yeah.
Being able to go fast is fun.
Mm-hmm. Hi there, Canuck.
Hi, Canuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and the weapon they evolved, the Valkyrie Turner, is like.
That one's complicated.
That one's complicated. We'll get to that in a bit, but let's just say it's not like it's not a huge consideration for the wings as an item.
Yeah.
This is good.
Okay, next we have spinach. I'm curious what you think about spinach.
I like spinach. I like big numbers.
Here's the thing. I think the main the main difficulty you have in the game is not dealing big damage. There's a lot of weapons that can do that pretty easily. It's hitting all of the enemies where you want to. And in that case, I don't think spinach is actually like, it's like not impactful in that. Like you kill more consistently, but it's harder to, it doesn't help you like actually hit more enemies. It doesn't help you get more out there. So I think it's kind of mid-tier.
Mid-tier. Okay.
I feel like
my opinions are being so easily swayed. Actually, I thought there'd be more arguments, but it's like no, wait, no. You make a really good argument.
Yeah, I feel like the damage output's usually not the issue you have, right?
Yeah, it's how big you can hit them.
Yeah. So you're comfortable with B tier?
Yeah.
Okay. It's definitely like top of B tier. Top of B tier, but like I can't honestly give it any higher.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bracer. Projectile speed. There's like a handful of weapons that are good with Bracer. And even then, I'm still not sure if I'd take it over literally anything else.
It's like the weapons that are good with Bracer are really good with Bracer.
Yeah.
But if you don't have those, it's just kind of not that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't ever take it. There's always something I'd prefer to have. Projectile speed as a stat isn't bad, but I'd rather get it in any other way besides Bracer.
That's how I feel.
So C tier?
C tier is good. I'd even put in D tier if you're feeling
spicy. Oh?
I don't like it that much.
Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, I guess I at least take some of these other items. I don't ever take Bracer, so I'll give it D tier. Still better than Pomerola, but like...
Yeah, that's because the Pomerola is like one of the worst ones, not the worst one. We'll get to the worst one.
We'll get to the worst one. Spellbinder.
Spellbinder. Okay, here's the thing about Spellbinder. I know it's good, but I don't like it.
Do tell. Tell me why you don't like it.
I think it has something to do with like the weapons I do like, and the weapons I do like don't get affected that much by Spellbinder.
Okay.
But I know that's like just my opinion. And like, I play in a vacuum like this. I recognize that it's actually a really good item.
Yeah, I think the main thing with Spellbinder is that duration pairs really well with cooldown, because it means you can basically have... There are a bunch of weapons that can just basically always be out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Spellbinder's really, really strong.
Yeah, I found it A tier.
Yeah, I put it A tier. It means... To Vampire Survivor, Garlic is S. No. In fact, Garlic is... Add row below.
Garlic is the ultimate noob trap.
Garlic is in Garlic tier. And so is Soul Eater. Okay. Now back to passive items.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, I think Spellbinder is a pretty good A tier. Candy Labrador.
I'd put that one in A tier too.
Same.
Like area.
I
Good.
think I'd put it above Spellbinder.
I would too. Absolutely.
Yeah. Any area is the way you clear a lot of the game's waves. Like, being able to hit everything is so valuable. It's just incredible.
It is like. Sorry, let's switch to thought. I'm trying to regain it. But it's like it's like what you said with spinach. It's like you hit things more often.
Yes. Yeah. Like, having a giant... Like, let's say you're using, like a Death Spiral or literally any weapon. I think almost every weapon scales with area. There's only a handful that wouldn't, and those are the ones that aren't really traditional weapons to begin with. It's just good.
It just works.
It just works. Empty Tome. You and I have discussed this a bit.
S tier.
S
Straight
tier.
up.
S tier.
Best item in the game.
Every time I'm like trying to, play the game, every time I'm playing the game, I'll always be like, can I fit Empty Tome into this build?
The answer's always yes.
For those that don't know, Empty Tome reduces your cooldowns, and at fully upgraded, it's like 40%? I think it's like 8 per level, right? So
Yeah.
so everything is 40% cooldown, so you're throwing out projectiles so much more often. It's amazing.
I literally never not pick it up. It's
Same.
just excellence.
Absolutely. I also think it's definitely below Empty Tome, but I also think Duplicator is S tier. Because while it doesn't scale with everything, the things it does scale with are just so much better with it.
I completely agree with this sentiment. It's not better than Empty Tome, but it is still like pretty much an auto grab.
Yeah. The only time I'll ever not pick up Duplicator is if like my build has like Song of Mana and like I'm built around those things. Every other build, any projectile-based build, is going to love Duplicator.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like it pairs too well with too many things.
It does. Especially since like most weapons have low projectile counts, right? You look at something like I mean, like any of them really, but like look at something like No Future, right? It only shoots 1 projectile. This makes it 3. This makes it 3 times as effective. Look at Cross. Cross gets like 3 or so projectiles at fully upgraded or something. Another 2. That's amazing. This changes runs. Tirgasu. Tirgasu is a weird one.
Oh man, okay, putting it in a vacuum because it pairs so well with so many things, which makes it good. I'd okay, wait,
Okay.
hang on, I need to think about this in a vacuum.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Tirgasu is not going to make you more... Well, it is more likely to make you win a run in the sense that you're less likely to lose, which is how Vampire Survivors works, right? The goal is to not lose for 30 minutes, not necessarily to win.
Yeah.
And in that case, it's really good at that.
But like, oh, this is like tricky because it's like.
It's
I
like a
feel
trick
it's
question.
The same problem of the Hollow Heart, where this problem can simply be avoided by just not dying.
Yeah. I'm thinking B or C tier. It's more effective, I think, than Hollow Heart, and it does have really good synergies, but mostly on its own, it's like not.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, probably C tier. I don't
C
know
tier.
where we're going C tier.
Let's put it in front of armor.
In front of armor. Okay, I'm happy with that. It feels a little weird, but I feel like putting it behind armor is still a little weird.
Yeah, it's a weird one because it works so differently from basically everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else is like a stat, and this is more like something completely different. It'd be like if we were ranking rerolls. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's good. It's not really on the same page here. Okay, Attract Orb.
I think it's okay.
It's
in a vacuum. I think it's bad, but I normally play with really high curse, and it helps me to pick up those orbs.
Oh, I hadn't considered that.
But
in
a vacuum, it's like
I still don't think that takes it out of D tier for me.
Yeah, no, it's not that good.
I think I technically take it more than Bracer though. So
yeah.
So that good?
Yeah, I'm happy with
yeah,
that.
I agree with that.
Oh man, 4-leaf clover. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah?
Can you add another tier below D and just put the clover in that one?
I can certainly do that.
This is probably my least favorite item in the game. It's garbage.
There is one saving grace to clover. And that's that it evolves. Well, no, I think. Okay. Actually, no, I kind of want to argue against this. I kind of want to argue at least giving it up to D tier. Because Clover means you get more item drops. It means you get like more chickens and more attract orbs and more vacuums and more all that. It means you get. It works well with a pentagram while you're leveling it up. It means you get less item destructions. It allows you to evolve Cross, which is a really good weapon. Luck is a weird one because it does not directly do anything, but I think if we're just in a vacuum, it is the worst. But all the things it enables are like kind of cool. Like, I'm impressed how effective I find luck to be.
Maybe I need to like play around with luck more, but I find myself banishing the clover every time I see it. Because the only thing it does for me is take up a possible item slot that could be a good one. So if I see clover, I just automatically just shoot it. I don't want to see that. With I'll argue the chicken drop rates. That has the same problem as like the Hollow Heart and stuff. Just don't die.
That's fair. Well, what about for like cats, the Gatiamari? Do you want them to pick up the chickens for you? And the clover affects their odds of actually doing anything.
Well, if I'm running Gatiamari, then I would do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really hate the clover. You don't need like.
No, I think you're doing a good job explaining to me why. I think I'm convinced.
If it had like a bonus of like being able to add like 2 extra rerolls or something, I still think it's bad. But like I would probably consider picking it up at that point.
I think I've just been Stockholmed by my love of Heaven's Sword, but we'll get to that in
That's fair.
later. No, I think you've convinced me. I don't think Clover's very good anymore. Okay, Crown. Growth.
Crown. This one's a really tricky one.
I want to put it in B tier. Because getting more level ups means, everything gets stronger, faster. And while Crown's maybe not the best source of growth, it is for a lot of characters the only source of growth. And I just think it's good. It's hard to compare in the same way that like Tirgasu is difficult, but I like Crown a lot. I can put lower though if you think we should.
No, because I don't know. I haven't thought a lot about Crown, but like hearing your opinion, because I was gonna say like it's only really good if you get in the early game, but that's not exactly true.
It's not really true at all.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, I think B tier is a good place for it actually.
Yeah, definitely like
with that.
Behind Spinach, but like, yeah, it's good item.
It's good, yeah.
Deceptively good. You'd think that like leveling up more and like using up your level ups to get more level ups feels like a weird investment, but it pays off.
It pays off. It really does. Like now that I'm like thinking about it and hearing how you use it, it's like no, I can see this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with putting the Stone Mask in Clover tier.
Yeah, it's like Clover, but worse. Literally no combat advantage.
If you're going for a run where you want to get as much gold as possible, then like I can kind of see it. But even like okay, as much as I hate the Clover, I recognize that the Stone Mask is worse.
Yes.
Because it evolves Gatiamari. I know we're looking at this in a vacuum, but just hear me out. It evolves Gatiamari, and I feel like the evolution of Gatiamari is worse than Gatiamari itself.
I think you might be right.
So,
yeah,
like, you pick up the Stone Mask and it just, like, makes the game harder.
I feel like I've actually lost some runs after evolving my Gatiamari. Like, very soon after. I think you might be right. Cats might be better than the weird gold eyes.
Yeah.
I know that, like, when it evolves, it carries over any buffs the cat's had if it's, like, higher than the Gatiamari, or the evolved form's, like, base attacks. But, like, it's still not... Yeah, no. Stone Mask is very bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still, like getting all the coins you need to, like, get characters and upgrades, like, then you might pick up Stone Mask to, like, get the gold and all that. But, yeah, it's bad. The only time I would ever pick it up is if I wanted to evolve cats. And I think you've just convinced me that maybe that's not even that good of use.
There's like one situation where I would do that, and it's in a run where I am purposely trying to get as much gold as I possibly can.
Oh yeah, I was doing that earlier, and like, it was good then, but you don't need to do that often.
Good in one very specific and not very likely situation.
Okay. Let's skip over the curse items for a second, and go to... Okay, so this is the Metaglia left, and it's the one that boosts max HP and HP recovery. So it's
or maybe like low C tier, high D tier, low C tier. Is what I'm feeling for.
I'm thinking, yeah, maybe like high D tier. It's
same problems as the Hollow Heart and the
Pomerola. It's literally like part Hollow Heart, part Pomerola.
But like worse than both of them.
Yeah. It doesn't get much done. No, I'm gonna drop it down to next to Pomerola.
You know what? That's fair.
Mm-hmm. And then Silver Ring.
Silver Ring. That one's good. Yeah.
Honestly, maybe even like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Silver Ring is the nice thing about Silver Ring is that it doesn't come at an opportunity cost. You get your full kit and then you go pick up Silver Ring. It's combining its duration and area, right? Yeah, so it makes sense to put it right between the duration and the area then.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's just good. You pick that thing up and you never feel bad about picking it up.
It only helps you, no matter what.
The only issue it has is picking up spawns that boss. But if you have a half-decent build, that's usually not a problem.
That boss is a fun thing.
Yeah. We'll get to this when we get to Arcanas, but I have a lot of fun with those bosses, let's say.
Oh boy.
Okay, now we have... Oh, let's do Torona's box.
I would put that in S tier.
S tier. You think it's S tier?
Low S tier.
I agree. Low S tier. But yeah, I think S tier.
Here's the thing. It's the speed, it's the damage, it's the duration, and it's the area. Okay?
Yeah, it's that whole stat block.
But like on top of that, I'm a slut for curse. Gives me plus 100 curse. I get it's supposed to be a bad thing, but I love it.
Curse is objectively bad, and if we're rating these things objectively, like Curse should be like below Clover tier. But at least Torona's box grants all those bonuses, and then you can just banish the final tier.
Can do that too.
However, you could also get a bunch of Curse and actually have a lot of fun.
True, exactly, and isn't that what this is all about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, I'll agree. I was thinking Torona's box would be, like, high A, but I think you've convinced me that S is good.
I'm putting in an S tier. I like it's not as good as a Blank Tome,
okay.
But, like...
Yeah, okay, then we do have the discussion of the curse items, though, because I love taking these things. I love them. You and I have discussed this. We love getting cursed. Objectively speaking, this should be a tier below Clover.
Yeah, they just curse you. They just make the game harder. Can you change curse and make and name it fun? There we go. I think the fun tier is.
Let's give it a nice.
Is the best one.
Purple color.
I'm happy with that.
Alrighty. I think that's... Yeah, I didn't, like, miss any, so... So that's our tier?
Yes. This is the objective passive item, definitively best tier list ever.
There you go, everyone. Passive items, this if you're ever planning to pick up Vampire Survivors, this is our tier list for how to... Oh, your tail is in the way of the fun tier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we go. This is our tier list on all the items. I will say there is actually one minor advantage to Curse, is that since there's more enemies, there's more experience orbs, which means you level up faster. But like everything's stronger, so like I don't think that's that really makes up for how much harder it makes it. But that is also part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're satisfied with this?
I'm satisfied with it.
Alrighty. Next... Do you want to do weapons next?
Yeah, let's do weapons next.
Weapons next. There are a lot of weapons to get through, so...
A lot.
As you can see, I've ranked them... I've sorted them by them and their evolutions. Do we want to do... Okay, so I think for the base weapons, we should rank them without considering their evolutions.
I agree.
And then for their evolutions, we should at least like take into account how much of a pain it is to evolve them, if that's the case. But also try to mostly rank them on their own merits.
I agree.
All right.
I like this.
Because most of your weapons are going to be like evolved by the time you're getting to mid game, so like you're not really directly comparing them.
With the evolved weapons, should we take into consideration the passive you need to evolve it?
If it is particularly egregious or particularly beneficial, perhaps. Yeah, I guess a bit. Yeah. Some of these are like some secret characters are going to start with some of these weapons, and like you don't get don't need to get the passive items. And as as I learned earlier, this thing is let's see, is a bit special too. But we'll yeah. Let's consider the passive items, but like maybe just like discuss it. We'll see how we decide to factor it into this hearing. Shori, hello.
Hi, Shori.
All right. Do we want to just go in the order I've laid them out here?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Axe.
D tier.
D tier.
I don't like axe.
I was thinking B tier.
B tier. I could compromise and put it in C tier.
I could agree to that.
I don't like axe.
Okay, so Axe has two main... The main thing I think with Axe is that it really needs its level ups in order to work. Because now we're getting to the weapons. Like, these weapons, a lot of them are like... They need, like, to hit a certain level in order to be effective, right? And Axe is one of those ones where, like, base level 1 Axe is shit.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrading it, you get more axes. They can pass through more enemies. They do so much damage. Once you start upgrading it, I think it's really solid. And I will often take axe, especially since it evolves with Candelabra, which, as we ranked, was pretty high.
The axe feel. This is gonna sound so. For me, it feels heavy. It throws up and stuff, and that's really hard to aim for me.
True. Yeah,
and
it's...
And I just don't like it.
It does limit your positioning options if you want to get the most out of it. So, yeah, I'll agree to a C tier. Do we feel the need to discuss why garlic is bad?
Let's discuss why garlic is bad.
So the main thing is that garlic basically is only useful for like the first 2 minutes. It can like kill the bats or whatever the simplest mobs are on the map, and then after like a minute or two, it is just completely outscaled.
Mm-hmm.
And on some maps, it can't even one-shot the early scrubs. Like, it just can't.
I feel like the knockback is its only good merit.
Yes.
But that also falls off in the late game. So
Yeah.
It's the best early game weapon, and if in a game where you want to survive as long as possible, you don't want to dedicate an entire weapon slot to the early game.
Yes, agreed. It's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. It is nice how the worst weapon it also evolves with one of the worst passive items. So like you really just don't have to bother with either.
It's kind of poetic.
Yeah. We'll see it happen again. So okay, Death Spiral.
I would put that in like B or A tier.
I was thinking A tier.
A tier is a good spot for it. Everything the axe does wrong, the death spiral, whatever that is, that side, it fixes.
Yeah. The death spiral hits all around you. It's the circular coverage. It's one of the, if you have like enough area to get it to cover a lot, or enough projectiles, or like after just like a couple of the right kinds of upgrades, it'll just be like a solid chunk around you. And it has infinite pierce. It'll go through as many enemies until it goes off screen.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
It's everything I wish the axe could be, and I understand why the axe isn't, but like the only reason I pick up the axe is so I can
get that spiral. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Death Spiral is so good. And it's especially fun if I don't know where I was going with that. It's a good weapon. It's a good weapon.
Good weapon.
Okay. Whip.
I would put the whip in like D or C tier with the axe.
Yeah, I was thinking C tier. It's like first of all, the whip is very much different if you have the like out like the power up, the like not in game but like the like the menu power up to get one more amount at base, because then that allows it to hit you both sides as soon as you get it. Otherwise, you need to level it up once to get that. I'm not usually impressed by it at base. It takes a couple level ups for it to get going. So like same as the axe. Like once you get some level ups in it, it's pretty solid. But as is, it's just kind of meh.
I feel like it has like the same problems as the axe, just like whereas the axe is heavy, the whip is light, but
yes,
like in the worst way possible.
Yeah,
and it just like it feels like it should do a lot more damage than it does.
Yes,
because like all of its upgrades are about dealing more damage. Not all of them, but like a good majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
But like those straight numbers just don't seem to help it as much as I would like it to.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't do as much as we wish it did. That being said, Bloody Tears. Or Bloody Tear.
I would put that in S tier.
S tier?
I think it is probably the best, like, healing weapon in the game.
I will give you that. I agree that it's the best healing weapon. I wasn't expecting you to value that healing so highly, though.
It kind of makes me feel like a god, and, like, you know, I don't need extra health. I could just walk at any enemy I want.
Yeah, once you get Bloody Tear,
and
suddenly you feel a lot more safe. I agree. So,
and like the critical damage you get from it, and like the extra, it's like that. Just like if you pair it with like area too, then it's like it can cover a large area.
I'm still not convinced on S tier though. I was thinking high A.
A high A. We
can. I think there are some weapons that are just better than this that belong in S tier that like would kick this out of S tier.
That's fair.
Like I think there's just like a tier above this, so I think high A is where I was thinking.
We can like argue that later, but
yeah,
you know.
we can argue that once we start populating S tier.
What an S tier weapon is.
Yes, I agree. Okay, Vento Sacro, I think it is, or Sacravento. It's one of the two. I think it's D tier.
I was thinking D or C.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the same problem with the whip, just a different direction.
Yeah. The issue with the Vento Sacro is it does basically no damage, even after you start upgrading it, and its range is so small. It's borderline like useless until you have a whole bunch of level ups in it, and like even then it's like usually the worst weapon in your kit.
Yeah.
It's just bad. It does have one saving grace though.
It does. It evolves into that.
Here. What?
I put that with the Bloody Whip.
Yeah. I put it right above the Bloody Tear. The only like downside to the compared to the Bloody Tear is that it covers a bit less of your back, but that's the only complaint. It's so good.
Yeah, another complaint I have with it is you do need the Bloody Tear to evolve it.
Yeah, but like that, it comes with the same advantage that all the
it does
Union weapons have, where you basically get another free passive item to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't have to like worry about matching evolutions.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean, we have similar opinions on this one. It feels.
Yeah. Healing is good when it's coming from a weapon that is also just good without the healing. Like these would be. I don't know about Bloody Tear, but like this would be a strong weapon without the healing. With the healing, it's definitely a high A, like top of A. Okay. Cross.
I like the cross.
I think it's A tier.
A tier.
Here's the thing. Cross has infinite pierce, so it'll cut through as many enemies as it goes through. It does that like 2 thing where like boomerangs back and then like swings the other way. And its first level up. At level 2, it gets plus 10 base damage, which is enough to carry it through to minute 5 or 6. And then by then you're going to be getting more upgrades into it, getting more damage on it, more crosses thrown, more of that. It's amazing. I've never regretted taking cross. Forgetting Heaven's Sword, I don't think Heaven's Sword even scales that well into late game. It's pretty good, but we'll talk to that in a second. Cross is I think my favorite early game and mid game weapon.
Okay, I can see this actually. That scales pretty well with area too.
Yes, it scales well with area. It scales well with duration. It scales well with projectile speed, somehow, because it actually gets to go more distance with it. It scales so well with amount. I love cross.
I kind of want to put it in at least high B tier because seeing it next to the Death Spiral and the Bloody Tear it doesn't feel right for me.
Trust me.
Okay.
Once we start populating with some more the good unevolved weapons, it'll feel right? Because right now A tier is only evolved weapons.
All right. I'll trust you.
So Heaven's Sword.
Heaven's Sword.
Not the first expansion to Final Fantasy XIV, Heaven's Word. This is the Heaven's Sword. I think it's B tier. It's literally just a better cross, but by the time you're getting evolved weapons, I think it's a little bit less necessary.
I am at least happy that we agree on this. About how if you're going to get the cross, you don't even need to get the clover.
Oh, I usually get the clover anyway.
You don't need to. You don't need to,
yeah.
Because the cross itself is just that good.
Yeah, it's Heaven's Sword is not bad. Again, it's
not bad.
It's strictly better than the cross when you're actually playing. But as this thing dominates early game and is strong till mid game, this thing just kind of is one of your weapons when you get to late game.
Yeah. If we're going to include the upgrade item, the evolved item with the evolved weapon and stuff, what you need to evolve it, then we need to take into consideration Clover, and I feel like taking Clover just makes Heaven's Sword that much worse. So, Cross is good, Heaven's Sword not good because Clover exists.
Yeah, like I said, I think I've been Stockholmed into liking Clover a bit just because I'm oh yeah, I like Cross, therefore I should go for Heaven's Sword. But I'll have to give it a try, just skipping the Clover and
it's something else that makes it better.
That you're right. You're right. Especially since you can get Arcana that allows Cross to crit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay. Magic Wand.
Magic Wand. This one. I like Magic Wand, but I feel like it's the Stockholm syndrome of.
I feel like
empty tome. So.
So we have the reverse issue with me with Cross and you with
Yeah.
Empty tome.
I
think it's high C.
I will say.
And I think Holy Wand is exactly the same.
I think Holy Wand. Because Holy Wand is probably the highest single target damaging item in the game.
And yet, I think you're right, but also, I don't think that's very valuable.
It's valuable if you want to kill some bosses.
Yeah, but you can also just
valuable.
Space yourself out and let your other strong weapons do that as well. Sure, they might go down a little bit slower, but it's not.
Okay, but what if you're trying to kill the Red Death? Come on.
Well, that's what this is for. That's what these are for.
Honestly, I'm okay with Magic Wand and Holy Wand and C tier. That feels right. As much as I love them.
Mm-hmm. I don't take them very often, ever, because I'm just not impressed with them. But I'll admit that they have their use case. They're good at what they do. The single target damage. Okay. Oh, I put these in the wrong order. Okay. Lightning Ring.
Oh, this is another situation if I really like the lightning ring, but I recognize that it's not a good item. I
It's
would put
not
it in D
good.
tier.
What?
I'd put it in D tier.
Before or after? I think it's a little bit better than the
Yeah, I
Venta
think it's
Sacro.
better than that one. I'd put it after, but like
It's bad.
it's really bad. But I like doing builds that make it good. But I can't use that as a medium for this. It's like no, I
Yeah.
don't. If I have to make an entire build to make a single weapon good, then it's not good.
Yes, agreed. It's not good. It's not good.
It's fun.
You're striking like random enemies. It's no matter how much you do, it's and Thunderloop.
Random, like, I'd put that one in the same tier.
Yeah, I
Little
think
bit higher,
it's
but,
like a
like,
little bit of additional range makes it just a bit better. But
Yeah.
it's
It's just not worth it.
it hurts my heart. I love the idea, but it just doesn't work out well. Okay, Fire Wand.
Fire Wand.
What was that?
I would put it in C tier. I see the Fire Wand as like the same thing as the axe.
Okay.
It has the same feeling, just in a different way.
I do kind of get what you mean. I feel like Fire Wand is it's I think I put it just behind Axe for me, but like it doesn't get a whole lot done. You'd think it would because it does a lot of damage, but as we discussed, damage is not the not really what makes a weapon good.
Yeah.
It's important. Like a weapon that does no damage is obviously not that great, or that doesn't do enough damage isn't great. It needs to be able to clear out the enemies it's hitting. But like, yeah, it's pretty impressive. I think Hellfire is a little bit better. Like it's bigger projectiles and more focused range. I think helps it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that takes it out of.
Yeah, a high
don't-
C tier,
yeah.
or like just barely low B tier, but I can see it being in C tier.
Yeah,
Hellfire's fun though.
Hellfire's fun. And it's scale. If you can get one of those like characters, or if you can get a set where you have like ridiculously high area or ridiculously high, I guess mainly area with Hellfire. It's so funny to see like giant fireballs erupt from you, but that's like a
very niche kind of build.
That's a niche case. You basically only get there with what's the character who scales with area? Was it?
Oh, I know who it is, but it's the guy that starts with that like that spiky. You stop moving and it shoots.
Oh right.
I can't think of the name of that weapon.
Consetta.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, she's the girl with the guitar.
Girl with the guitar.
All of the coffin characters
Guy
are girls. Okay.
Pentagram.
Okay. So like objectively speaking,
yeah.
At least garlic doesn't make it harder to play the game.
Okay, this is gonna be like the funniest one though, because I agree with that. But the next one, its evolved form.
Oh,
I
S
would
tier.
Put that in S tier.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's the greatest dichotomy here. Because Pentagram, as anyone who's seen any stream of mine where I played Vampire Survivors, I love Pentagram to death. It is probably my favorite weapon. But that's mostly because it is so hilariously bad. I have so many times been like, okay, there's a chest there, or oh, okay, there's the elite. I want to get their chest, and Pentagram just says no. And then things you would want to, what?
Pentagram destroys your chest, and that's not what you want. You want more chest.
We want more chest. Yeah, Pentagram's bad. It's hilariously bad. Even like the positive effect of destroying all the enemies is like not that. It doesn't proc often enough for it to make up for the destruction it causes.
Mm-hmm. But it's evolved form.
Yeah, but Gorgeous Moon.
That's what it's called.
It's a big old Sailor Moon reference. It's got like the Sailor Moon colors and its gems and it's.
Oh my gosh! Why am I not realizing this?
They actually recently added a new sprites for Christine, the character who starts with the pentagram. That is clearly just Sailor Moon.
That is
Sailor Moon palette swap.
But yeah, Gorgeous Moon.
It's so good.
It's really good.
Whereas this is destroying everything and then robbing you of EXP more often than not. This is getting you more EXP.
And the fact that it evolves with the crown, which makes it so you level up faster.
Yes.
Like
the perfect synergy.
Yeah, it's one of the best synergy items in the game.
Yeah, and like crown can even like make pentagram less of a pain to go through because while you're getting less EXP because pentagram is obliterating a lot of it, like you're getting more out of each EXP gem when it's not getting destroyed. It's just good. The only complaint I have with it, I think, this is mostly like a pentagram thing, is that the odds of actually getting it on a level up are low. So it's hard to level it up. The crown also has low odds, so it's hard to get them ready. It's hard to get yourself into position. But once you're there, this thing, like your run's gonna be fine once you have this.
You win.
I think that's kind of what S tier is like if you have this, you're going to win the run.
You just win. Okay, I think yeah.
Okay, knife.
Knife. I'd put that in D.
D.
I don't like it.
I really hate knife. I was gonna put it in garlic tier.
Garlic? Yeah, you could put it in garlic. It's a evolved form. You could put that in C or D. I don't think it's worth okay, it's evolved form. I don't think it's worth garlic tier. Because it's just a slightly worse holy wand. And like that's it.
Yeah, I'll give it the bottom of D tier. I think just like
that.
the Thousand Edges just has like a little bit wider range than the knife, and it's just like a little bit more consistently there. So like it covers. It's actually effective at what knife is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think it's very valuable. So
it's not, absolutely not.
So this is what I was saying earlier when like we'll see it again with like the garlic pairing with the pump roll. This is like bracer knife, like it's just so nice of them to pair the worst weapons with the worst passives.
Yeah.
The garlic is becoming more than just garlic. Well, garlic is the benchmark everything's being compared to here in garlic tier. Okay. So we're comfortable with this knife and garlic tier and Thousand Edges just barely squeaking to D tier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Knife sucks.
There is the funny thing. This is less about Thousand Edges and more about one of the secret characters. But there is one of the secret characters, Marabio, who does funny things with the Thousand Edges.
Yeah.
But that's more about Marabio. Okay. Bible. I was thinking B tier.
I'm okay with B tier.
It's another one of those weapons that has infinite pierce. You can go through as many enemies as it wants.
Yeah. I hate the Bible. I don't particularly like it, but you know.
It can keep enemies off you pretty nicely early on. It's not too hard to position well with it. You kind of get like a vibe of where the Bible's going to be, and you can kind of like walk funny circles around the enemy so that you hit them with it more. So it's one of those weapons that like you have a lot of control over how effective it is, and I think it's pretty effective. It does enough damage. It has enough range. It's just like not too bad.
Yeah, I'm happy with B tier.
Vespers.
A tier. It's just like better.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe below Death Spiral. I think below Cross as well.
Yeah,
honestly, I think I want to move Cross up a bit, actually.
It feels like Like the Holy Wand, the Thousand Edge, and the Unholy Vesper. It's like the upgrades for that one. Like the evolved forms just feel very basic. Like it doesn't do
Yes,
a lot, but it does what it
it
needs
doesn't need
to do.
to. Vespers makes like once you have Vespers like up, like you typically have a pretty safe range around you. You don't have to like worry too much about bumping into enemies
Yeah,
unless you have like a lot of curse.
which I do.
Well, yeah, but we're not ranking these in the realm of 300% curse. um, yeah, no, I think Vespers is really good. It keeps you safe. It does what it needs to do, and it does it really well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm happy with that one.
Rune Tracer.
Rune Tracer.
I'm thinking high B or low A.
High B.
High
Put it
B.
in.
Yeah.
I really like Rune Tracer.
Counter opinion: King Bible is better than Holy Vesper since you can stack one more layer of Bible, reduce cooldown. I don't think that's that impactful. By the time you're getting enough cooldown and duration, Dooley, to like stack the Bibles like that, like I just don't feel like that's
Also, this is like ranking them in a vacuum.
yeah.
So
Yeah, we're mostly ranking these as like how they function, not including like the stupid stat buffs you can get.
But I absolutely agree with that. You get that build going, and it's like, yeah, no, Holy Bible can be pretty good.
Yeah, so Rune Tracer V, again, it has infinite pierce. It covers wide ranges, and after a couple level ups, there's so many of them bouncing around.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
agree
good.
with it. It's fun. It's really good.
It-
I was gonna say like C or B tier. You put in B tier. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, it's like it's less consistent than Cross because it's like not its range is a little bit more spread out, but it has a lot of the same advantages Cross does, where it just like destroys large swaths of enemies as long as it's strong enough to do so, and it gets pretty strong. No future.
No future. What a funny name.
I love it. I think it's. Well, what do you think?
I probably put in A tier.
A tier? Okay.
Yeah, low A tier next to the Unholy Vesper.
Okay.
I feel like the explosions just
Yeah.
don't do enough.
I think my biggest complaint about the No Future is that it has less projectiles than the Rune Tracer. So the Rune Tracer starts with one projectile, and then it gets like some of its level ups get it more projectiles, and then No Future goes back to one projectile. And while it's a really strong one, I kind of want to
Okay, wait, no.
drop
I
it to B tier.
Yeah, I'd put it in B tier then, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't consider that. I was thinking about the explosion, because that's normally what I imagine with it.
Yeah, the explosion's good. The explosion's good. And like I said, it's retaliatory damage, so like it scales with the armor, which is one of armor's only good qualities. Or universally good qualities. Usually try not to get hit, so like armor's not going to help you there. But yeah, I feel like it's not enough of an upgrade over, or it is enough of an upgrade over Rune Tracer that I usually wind up taking it, but it's not like defining your end game as much as Rune Tracer is like helping your mid game.
Yeah,
That makes sense? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Santa Water.
Santa Water, put that in like A or B tier.
Wow. You would?
I would.
I was thinking like C tier. Give me your pitch. Tell me why.
Oh jeez. It's hard to explain other than, okay, I play on the in like the skulls, the bones.
Yeah, the Bone Zone.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Santa Water is really helpful with a lot of waves in that because they come in like really big waves.
They do. They do.
And if you upgrade Santa Water enough, then and like circle around enough, you can basically create this like safe zone that makes it so that the skeletons and enemies like just can't get to you. They have such a hard time actually getting to you that it like you can kill so many of them without even trying.
Okay. Okay.
So I really like the Center Water. I could probably see arguments for putting in C tier.
Yeah,
but...
I was. Okay, I'm convinced, but I think a high C or low B.
We could put it in high C.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
I'm gonna like be more controversial with like its upgraded form.
Yeah, Labora.
I think that one's S tier.
I
would put it with the Gorgeous Moon.
I don't know if I would. It's really good. But I think it's a bit easy for it to underperform. Like I don't think it's consistent in the same way a lot of the other things I'm thinking are S tiers are.
You don't think
there are some characters that I don't think would want Labora, whereas some of the S tiers I think basically every character would want.
Okay, I can see that as an argument.
I still think it's really good.
Lower than like A tier though. I'm sorry, I'm taking a firm stance on this.
No, I agree with you. I was thinking A tier.
I didn't like this one at first. I didn't like Santa Water that much at first at all, but like then I started using it more.
I agree. It grew on me too.
Actually, this thing is helpful.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you're willing to put it in S tier, then you're probably gonna put it pretty high in A tier, huh?
Yeah, but we could like.
That.
I think below the Fula.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that place.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. So that's an S tier.
Absolutely, hands down, best
that
game.
I'm even gonna put that above Gorgeous Moon.
Thank you. Okay.
This thing is early game. You get this thing, you have your early game, and like you might need like a level up or two. I think it gets like more damage at 4, so you kind of need to rush to that 4th level before its damage kind of starts falling off. But once you get there, that is your early game, and that is your mid game before you start evolving weapons.
This best weapon in the entire game.
I agree.
Minus the obvious broken one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. S tier, easy. However, I feel like Mirage has one big issue.
Yeah?
The fact that it does take getting the Skull of Maniac, which is fun, and I love doing so,
it's
but
very fun.
If we're ranking it objectively, you are taking a penalty for its bonuses, and I don't know if it's actually... If, like, Minaj is stronger enough than Song of Mana that it actually overcomes the curse.
I would say it doesn't, just because like it's just kind of a bigger Song of Mana.
Yeah, I think I want to drop it out of S tier for that.
Yeah,
it's still really good. I think I'd put
it a bit higher than that.
Really? I think I'm really under ranking Cross. I really like Cross.
You really like Cross. Okay.
Trust me, use Cross a bit more. You'll see.
Cross. Yeah, I'll launch the game right now and use Cross.
Do it. No, wait, no, that'll distract you. I think I want to put Cross there, actually. Yeah, I'm starting to realize just how much I love Cross. Okay.
Cross is fun.
Are you willing to...
But it's not... What?
Put Minaj there?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Shadow Opinion.
I have mixed feelings on this one.
Here's the thing. I think it has the same issue of, like, it's really hard to actually hit anything with that the Vento Sacro has. Or like the knives do. but
Yeah.
at least it does damage to compensate.
It does damage, and it also like leaves a trail
Yeah.
behind you and stuff.
Does Shadow Pinion do that?
Yeah.
It like it leaves a damaging.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Before you like let it go, if enemies walk over where it's like laying down at, they'll take damage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I still think there's a better weapon for doing damage behind you, though.
Absolutely.
I don't think I can honestly argue for anything higher than D tier.
Yeah, same.
Maybe there.
I'm okay with right there.
Okay.
Its evolved form, oh man, opinions on this one. Okay, so Pentagram and like Gorgeous Moon, best synergy
Yes.
with the crown.
Yes.
This one has the worst synergy because it evolves with the wings and it
Yes.
only does its best attack when you stop moving.
Yes.
And I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's Valkyrie Turner is a weird one. I think I've only used it like twice because I was not impressed with it. It's not even that strong, honestly.
Yeah, I try to like use it, but
it looks like it should be stronger because it's like shooting out those flames behind you and it's got those giant beams whenever you stop, but like I'm not impressed with it.
It feels bad to use.
Yes. So
I put it in garlic.
garlic tier, okay.
That's how much I dislike that one.
I
dislike the Shadow Pinion, but like I hate Valkyrie Turner that much.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good spot for it.
Okay. Gatiamari.
Gatiamari. Okay, I want to put it in S tier. I don't think we're gonna put it in S tier.
I
want to put it in S tier.
Here's the thing. Gatiamari has no early game. However, you have to get it early in order for it to scale into anything good at all.
Yeah, I know, but like infinite scaling. It can scale infinitely.
It's so dependent on luck, which, as you pointed out, is a pretty terrible stat. Because you need luck both for Gatiamari to actually... Because Gatiamari is a bunch of selfish cats, and as cats are wont to do, they don't want to do anything. There is a notable difference if you have luck and if you don't. Like, I recommend, like, picking Giovanna as a character, starting with no luck bonuses, and then starting with luck bonuses is a different game. It is a different weapon. It has no early game, but you need to take it early game. I love the idea behind the weapon. I don't think its highs are very high, but I think C tier. Not a particularly high C tier either.
Oh, but it's like, okay, but it's when it does do the damage, the AOE damage, by like damaging, that does so much damage if you can get that in there.
You're right.
I love it.
You're right. I was forgetting about the big like cat fight. I still don't think I higher than C tier though.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I was forgetting about the big AoE thing, which is really good. But cats also hurts you. I have literally lost runs to cats killing me.
The cats do hurt you.
So like,
but it's such a fun weapon.
It's so fun. Also, hi there, Alpaca.
Hi, Alpaca.
Soon after talking about cats that are described, it's true. I'm sorry.
I can see it in C tier.
Okay, thinking around the middle or
higher than Magic Wand.
Higher than Magic Wand, maybe there?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Then this, I don't remember its name. The
The Vicious Hunger.
Vicious Hunger.
Uh, I wouldn't put it higher. I'd put it lower. I hate this thing.
It's not great. It's not great. It's like, it doesn't have any of the fun of cats, because at least cats... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Cats needs to go higher, because whenever it shows up on the level up screen, the experience gems falling in the back are replaced with cats.
Oh my god, you're absolutely right. Okay. Hands down, B tier. Thank you for telling me that.
We'll let the Gemini copy take its place.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I love the Gemini copy. Okay, so Vicious Hunger. It takes away your experience orbs and turns it into gold coins, which
that's what it does.
Experience orbs.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what it was doing. That's fucked up.
It does like scale with every single stat bonus and luck and stuff, but like it just it
makes the game harder.
It makes the game harder. Also, you lose projectiles with it.
Yes. That is another big issue. Yeah, I don't think Vicious Hunger is very great.
I'd put it in either D, or I'd even go as low as to put in Garlic.
I might put it right next to a Valkyrie Tuner. Oh, birds.
I do not like it. Birds. I like the birds.
I love the birds. I think I'd probably put them somewhere around viable, just because I think they're pretty they're like effective when they're firing, and then they're not firing for a while, and they're pretty effective when they're firing. I think they have kind of weak early game, but once you have some level ups in them, they're not bad. They're not bad.
Their level ups were a lot better than I was expecting, like my first time really using them.
Yeah.
It feels so bad to just get them right away, and it's like, wow, these kind of suck, but then you level them up a bit, and once they're fully leveled, it's like, wow, this is actually really good.
Yeah. And then Vandalier?
I put that in A.
Yeah.
Or even like S.
I think
I'm like hesitant to put an S, but it's definitely like high A tier, I feel.
If we were making this tier list, like a couple updates back, I would have put Vandalier in S, but I think it's been kicked out of it.
Kicked out of it. Because like it does open up. Vandalier itself opens up an extra like passive item slot.
Yes.
And an extra weapon slot.
It does.
So you get like 2 extra things from it, and that in and of itself is like really good, along with also being able to upgrade it further.
Yes.
Makes it really good.
Actually, I feel like the ability to upgrade further is maybe not that great.
Not that good?
Because imagine if it just existed at its fully upgraded form as soon as you evolved it.
That's
fair. Like now you have to level it up. You have to put all that more effort into it to get it.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. I still think it's pretty good.
Yeah, as it is, I still think it's pretty good. I think I'd give it A tier. I think maybe there.
Yeah,
that feels about right.
That's a really good spot for it, actually.
Yeah, like better than Minaj, I'd say, but I think Cross still.
Cross still, yeah. You really like that Cross.
I love that Cross. I love that Cross. Okay, and then since we just talked about birds, how about the
I mean, they kind of go like in the same tier, don't they?
Yeah.
It feels like they should. It feels weird
to
put them otherwise.
They are functionally identical to the birds. The nice thing is, honestly, we'll get to the. Honestly, my only issue with them is that they're not that strong, so it makes the Arcana that gives you them like pretty weak overall. But that's not the birds' fault. Like, these are basically free because you already took the Arcana anyway.
Yeah. But it does take like an Arcana slot, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe like knock them down 1 tier and call it good.
Yeah, we can do that. We can put them at top of C tier. Yeah, there is like an opportunity cost associated with them, and it's not the same opportunity cost that most weapons have. Most weapons are competing for each other. These are competing for an Arcana slot, which is a lot more limited. Gonna go get some food for getting ready for tonight and keep up. Thank you for coming by, Minnie. Enjoy your food.
Enjoy food.
And we are both S tier.
Meri Ophelia is.
Mary, you are S tier.
Anyways, Clock Lancet.
Clock Lancet's not bad. The main thing is it makes it safer. You get a little bit of safety, but I think it really needs cooldown and duration for it to really land that safety. So I kind of want to give it C tier.
Does it scale with area?
I don't think it does. Does it? If you want to look that up.
I'm gonna look that up, because if it scales with area, then like probably high C tier at the very least.
Yeah. But otherwise I'm thinking like lower mid C tier.
It does scale with area.
It does.
It does.
I never noticed. Okay,
That's-
then.
Okay, then yeah, I'd probably put in the high C tier at least.
Maybe-
Probably put it higher than Santa Water.
Santa Water? Okay.
Or like a higher or just below it. Because at that point, I feel like it almost does kind of a similar thing.
Yeah. Once you get to
But,
like
like-
mid, the mid here, it's kind of hard to decide what's better than what, right? We have strong
Yeah.
opinions about up here, we have strong opinions about down here, but around here we're kind of...
Yeah.
The order's a little more iffy. Infinite Corridor. Intentionally broken.
Intentionally broken, absolutely.
I'd still put it
I
behind
would
Song of
put
Mana,
higher.
though.
Yeah, Song of Mana is still best side. Nothing is higher than Song of Mana.
I agree.
As a matter of fact, can you add another tier above S strength?
I don't know about that. If there was anything that got a tier above S, though, it'd be Song of Mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infinite Corridor is intentionally busted, but it is a pain to get.
It is, and you kind of have to like dedicate half of your run just to like walking places.
Unless you want to get the Mad Groove Arcana, but like
Unless you want to get the Mad Groove Arcana.
you basically have to do the walking to go get it in order to get the Mad Groove usually.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're comfortable with it being there.
I'm happy
Okay.
with that.
Laurel.
Laurel. I would put. I do think it's better than the Clock Lancet.
Okay. I don't think Laurel's that bad. Yeah. Do you think it escapes C tier hell though?
I don't think so. I'd put it like right next to Clock Lancet, but just like 1 point higher.
Both of them are keeping you safe. But like Laurel's doing it a little bit more directly.
Or yeah, Laurel feels better.
Mm-hmm. And Crimson Shroud. Yeah, it's also intentionally broken. I think I put it behind Gorgeous Moon though.
Blows up.
Yeah, the two main advantages to this thing, I think, besides continuing what Laurel does, is it reduces the amount of total damage you can take in a single hit, which is like amazing. It reduces, I think, to like 15 damage. You can only take 15 damage in a single hit, which is basically, it's designed to help you defeat the Red Death, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what these are for. They are to kill the Red Death by making his absurd HP scaling irrelevant and by making his absurd damage scaling irrelevant. And the exploding on hit it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm okay. I could maybe put it lower just because I feel like it's it doesn't come up that often, but I still think S is pretty comfortable.
Yeah. I put in the same area as the ring, the clock ring. I can't remember the name of it.
Infinite Corridor.
Infinite Corridor, thank you.
I'm good at remembering these things.
I'm not.
Okay. Guns.
Gun. I really like the gun.
I do too. I think the main thing is that the base guns really just do their job. They hit in those diagonals, and oh boy, do they hit in those diagonals.
I'd put them in B tier.
B tier? Yeah, I'm fine with B tier.
Like low B tier at least.
Yeah. Because obviously the fact that they only shoot in the diagonals is kind of rough. But if you're like walking in at all, that diagonal direction is winds up looking very different.
Very straight though, and like it's not as random as say like the axe or something.
Yeah.
And that makes it feel just a little bit better.
They are the epitome of consistency.
Exactly.
Which makes sense. Yeah, so like a mid tier feels about right. A Fiyarage, I think, is an S tier.
Yeah. Kind of same feeling as like the gorgeous moon, where it like has really good synergy with its evolution item.
Mm-hmm. I literally like it just gets more damage and beams with its revivals. It's whereas these are defined by very rigid range, this has the best range. It pairs especially well with Unholy Vespers too, because it does have a blind spot. The guns have the blind spot right next to you. But most weapons hit next to you in where the Fiyaragi is missing, so it's not that hard to cover your blind spot. S tier, yeah, easy S tier. There is one drawback to it, is that it has a very intentional blind spot, and even then not a big deal.
Because like they actually have to get to that blind spot.
Yeah. And that's pretty hard when the Fiyaragi is obliterating them. It takes basically no duration or cooldown at all. It like takes only a little bit of duration or cooldown to get it always shooting.
Yeah.
Like it's not very hard.
Pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Okay, do these just have the same thing as the birds, where it's just like a tier lower?
I feel like they would.
Yeah. it's the guns, but they yeah, we'll get to it when we get to Gemini. Honestly, I don't think we even really need these on the tier list, do we? We can just they make it look like we'll just throw them in the sea of things below. They just make the tier list look uglier.
So the bone.
Yeah, now we're getting to the weapons that don't evolve. Well, I guess we still have the victory sword to get to, but
even though the bone doesn't evolve, I put it like either A or B tier.
I was thinking B tier. I might put it right behind Bible.
I'd probably put it ahead of Bible.
Ahead of Bible? Okay.
Because like it can like split and stuff. And
yeah.
It's fun.
Bone is fun. All these are going to be like weird ones because they don't you don't usually get them. But Bone's one of the handful of these non-evolving ones that's like pretty good.
It's really good. And
it's really good.
Scale with area pretty well, and like it scales well.
It scales well. Yes, I'll agree to that.
Anything like not a lot of things scale well with projectile speed. Bone is one of those things that scales really well with projectile speed.
I'll agree to that. Okay. Minecarts. The Caravello or whatever it is.
I think they're really fun. I
think they're really bad.
I think y'all are really bad. They are really bad.
They're really bad. I don't know if they're garlic tier, but I think D tier. I think
D tier is good.
I think a bit better than. I'm thinking either like right around the Shadow Pinion.
Yeah, probably behind it.
Okay, because at least like, Shadow Pinion can get some work done, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then Celestial Dusting.
I really like this one too.
I like it too. It's the weird case where like it hits behind you, but I think it works for this.
It works really well for this one, yeah.
Because
I was gonna say I'd put it like right next to the bone or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because those flowers get really big. It does get healing at its final level, and
does matter.
There's just it's one of those things where like early on it's kind of okay, But once you get some levels into it, you just kind of like, oh, wait. That's doing a lot, actually. And you can just do like a little spin and you'll like throw flowers at everything. It's good. It's good. Cherry Bomb.
I hate that one.
Yeah, it's like worse bone.
That's a perfect way of describing it.
Yeah, I don't get why they felt the need to make the explosions chance-based. It's already kind of unimpressive even when it gets to the exploding. The fact that exploding is chance-based. Yeah.
Just, like, I'd put it like low D or...
Yeah. I think I'd put it maybe there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels good.
That feels like a good spot for it. Kinder Egg.
Yes, the La Roba, I think it is. This is the funny one. This is the one that's dropping furniture on your enemies at random. I can't tell what this thing's effective range is looking at it. It is so hard to tell what it's doing.
It just drops things.
I know, but like it's hard to tell what it's going to hit. It's hard to tell.
Oh, you don't worry about that. You don't worry about that. You just drop things and you let... It's in God's hand now.
Is it any good? I don't think so.
I don't think it's good either. Yeah, it's... Same problem with like the minecarts and the cherry bomb and stuff.
I might put it there.
Also, its scaling is really weird.
Oh yeah.
I haven't used that item enough, but like its upgrades feel really weird. And
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a difficult one to rate, but I'm thinking there.
Yeah, that's I'm comfortable with that.
Alrighty. Do you want to do Victory Sword or bracelets?
Let's do bracelets. Okay. Can we do bracelets? Like, just decide where that first one goes, and
everything.
Put like what one tier higher. Can we do that?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I haven't felt bracelets haven't been around too long. They're pretty new, but like I haven't really felt like I've seen much of what bracelets are even doing.
I used them before. They're kind of interesting. How like it evolves multiple times.
True. It does have the advantage of not requiring a passive item.
Not that is true, and it like gets a lot of projectiles and stuff. It's kind of like celestial dusting if celestial dusting sprayed in front of you.
Okay, I hadn't considered it that way.
That's kind of like how I feel about it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think maybe single bracelet is like
probably D tier.
D tier before or after Thunderloop?
Probably like before. Thunderloop is still pretty good.
Buy bracelet would be maybe like
probably just after Axe.
Just after Axe, okay. And then try bracelet.
Very bottom.
Very bottom B tier. Okay. Yeah, I can agree to that. Okay.
I'm happy with that one.
So we'll save these for last.
All right.
Victory Sword.
A tier.
A tier. Yeah. It's designed to be good.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good. I still don't. I think I'd put it maybe like at the back end of A tier.
Its only drawback is the fact that you have to upgrade it so much.
Yeah.
But it's like probably the only item that when I see it, I have to think about whether or not I want it. And the reason I have to think about it is, do I just want to like make my character broken?
Yeah. Victory Sword starts off strong enough, and then as it gets more upgrades, like it only gets like significantly better. Yeah. By the time it's fully upgraded, it's basically an evolved weapon in its own.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have
need to evolve it, but if you do,
yeah. And then you have Soul Solution, which doesn't replace Victory Sword. It goes on top of it. I think it's S tier.
Garlic tier.
What?
I'm lying. I'm sorry. Yeah, S tier, absolutely, hands down. It's S tier for its animation alone.
Oh, absolutely. The whole swirling galaxy behind you, the literally the only complaints I have about the Soul Solution is that you can't pick up chests while you are invincible.
Yeah,
You are invincible. And you can't pick up chests.
You like don't exist for a hot minute.
Yeah. I might even do I put it I think still behind Fieragi.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have the Candy Box and the Super Candy Box 2 Turbo.
Okay, so here's how I'm gonna do this one, okay?
Yes.
Candy Box, if I don't have Song of Mana.
Candy Box gets you Song of Mana.
Here. If I do have Song of Mana, then it's like A tier.
Yeah. Candy Box lets you choose your build so much more directly. I think... Because here's the thing, it's just like Song of Mana, except if you already have Song of Mana, you get to choose what synergizes best with Song of Mana.
Song of Mana, you get the cross.
Yeah. So I think technically it kind of has to go in front of Song of Mana.
Oh, that's painful though. Okay, but hear me out. If you have Song of Mana, then you already have Song of Mana.
True. Okay. And then Super Candy Box 2 Turbo. And yes, that is what it's called, the Super Candy Box 2 Turbo.
I love that. That's such a good name for it.
So I did not know this thing existed until today. I was like looking at this tier list maker earlier, and I was like, I do not know what this pink box is, and I had no idea what its name was. So I was looking at the wiki, and I was like, I don't know what this is. And then I was playing earlier to like feel things, try some things I hadn't tried out, just so I had a better idea of what I was doing. And then I got one of these. They can show up occasionally through chests. This lets you choose an evolved weapon of your choice for free. You don't need the base weapon or its evolving item. You just choose any one evolved weapon, except for Infinite Corridor or Crimson Shroud. So I think both Candy Box maybe.
Yeah.
It's super rare. It's not gonna come up ever.
Not me. If you get it every single time.
Meri, here's the funny thing. Its chance to show up is based on luck stat.
I don't need luck stat though. Like Meri naturally has a really high luck stat.
Oh, there's another thing about this though. You have to get Candy Box first. It's technically the evolved form of the Candy Box.
Oh, okay.
So you have to get Candy Box first. So you need to be lucky enough to find Candy Box, and then you get the Candy Box 2 Turbo.
I mean, just find Candy Box. Easy.
Yeah. There you go. S tier wound up being bigger than I thought it would be. But this feels about right.
Yeah. Well, I can see why Cross is an A tier now, and like what you see as an S tier weapon.
Yeah.
I think Meri should be an S tier, but it's fine. It's fine, I guess.
Look, I love cats. I love cats so much. I can't. I have tried to use Giovanna often enough to know that this thing just doesn't work early game. It only works mid game, and anything higher than it has like at least some use early game. Actually, I'd probably put it behind Guns, because Guns have early game.
Okay, that's fair. Whatever. Fine.
Okay, so this was definitely going to be always going to be the bulk of our discussion here. Are you comfortable with this? This is... Anything else you want to look back? Any of the early ones you want to be like, maybe that should be adjusted?
Looking over it.
Because I still kind of want to put in a good word for Axe.
Let's hear what you have to say for Axe.
I don't think very much higher. I think just higher than the blue wands. But while it is annoying that its range is so hard to work with, it does do what it needs to do. It, especially if you're like fighting, if there's like one of the elite enemies shows up, and you just like stand immediately under them, and it hits them with like 2 or 3 axes. It does a lot of damage. So like that's an interesting use case that it's basically the same idea as the the blue ones and like doing a lot of single target damage. And while it's a little bit more finicky, at least like it's a lot of damage. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that as an argument.
Anything else you want to move around?
Sorry, I'm like
Yeah.
investigating.
Yes. Of course. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. You think on things and keep everyone occupied while I'm.
All right. I will entertain.
I won't be too long. See you in a sec.
All right. Let me see if I was making this list and like Ophelia didn't have control over that mouse. I can guarantee that Gadiamari would be an S tier, not above Song of Mana, but like it would be just below Song of Mana wherever it landed. Because here's the thing about Gadiamari. It eats your chicken, you lose that chicken forever, you don't get to heal yourself, but you don't need to heal yourself because Gadiamari will scale its damage infinitely forever, and it's like it's so good. It's so good. You can't lose with it. And that is why it's especially good in the bone zone where there is no chicken, and don't ever take it to the bone zone. I've done that before just to like challenge myself. It's horrible. Oh, she's back. I think she's back.
I'm back. I see you stole my hat while I was gone. All right, so you good with everything here?
Yeah. I talked about it. I talked to Chad about how I feel and stuff, and like, we can't make the change I wanted to make. So
what was the change you wanted?
Gadiamari.
Right.
No. But like, yeah, we can just keep going.
Okay. And
this
then
is the definitive weapon tier list for Vampire Survivors.
So let's do characters next.
Characters. Oh my gosh.
Characters is the fun one.
Be the easiest.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I haven't actually used every character. I
have.
You have. Okay. So let's start with the very first character you have, Antonio.
D.
D?
Yeah.
I guess he is carrying whip.
He like, cause like, okay, here's how do we do the characters? Should we include, like,
at least Antonio is not like difficult to play. I think difficulty of play is important. And also, like, basically, if you pick this character, how hard is the run going to be because of the character? Considering both their early game performance and how they'll like scale into late game.
Okay. I feel like
in that case, Antonio is like a midline B. Like he has some advantages. Like I think he comes with like additional armor. He has a little bit more health. He's not bad, but he's not anything special. He doesn't really have any scaling. Yeah.
Okay, so he's really good to get you into the game because he is the character you start off with.
Yes.
But he's just really like basic.
Yeah. I could even maybe move him to C. We'll see how the tiers start
going
up.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Imelda. I think she's A.
Yeah. I'm okay with A.
Yeah. She comes with the Holy Wand for free, or not Holy Wand, the Magic Wand for free, which makes Empty Tome an easy pick. She scales growth.
Growth is good.
Growth's good.
Like Crown even better.
Yeah. She's the... I think she's the first character I did a successful run with. Like, survived to 30 minutes with. And for a while, she was like the main character I used until I started getting other characters. She's just solid. And she's one of the first characters you unlock. She's really good. Who are some of the other early game?
The one that starts with the Rune Tracer.
Ah, yes, Pascalina.
She was the first one I killed Death with.
Yeah. I know, there was the thing where you do like the...
Yeah, you know the trick
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. A or B?
Shoot, hang on. I'm gonna like bring up the game and just
Yeah,
like,
look at their stats.
look
Yeah, that
at
might be
their
smart.
stats.
Yeah. That'll actually be really helpful to have, because I'm not gonna remember all their stat distributions. Make sure to turn off all the power-ups you haven't already, so we can see their base stats, because we should kind of be using that as our baseline.
Oh yeah, refund power-ups.
Yep.
There we go. Let me do that real fast. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. So she starts with a 10%, well, like plus 10% in speed.
Okay.
Which is pretty good with the Rune Tracer. And get 10 projectiles get 10% faster every 5 levels, so it's just like faster.
So she's the projectile speed character.
Yeah.
Well, the early projectile speed character. I think B tier.
Yeah. I was hesitant to put her in A, but
yeah, just like a pretty middle of the road. And since you have the characters the screen up, you can just like tell me which the order they are on the character screen.
Yeah, the like guy that starts with the knives.
Oh, right.
Gennaro.
Where is he? Gennaro, yes. Knives bad.
Knives bad, but he does start with +1 projectile.
That's true. Is that enough to put him into A tier?
I don't know about A tier because the knives just
the knives are that bad.
The knives are that bad, but B tier, I can make an argument.
Comfortable
for
B tier
because getting a free amount like that is just good.
Maybe there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
Alright, who's next?
Arca, the guy with the fire wand.
Yes, Arca, the definitely not Alucard.
Definitely not Alucard.
He
starts with +10% might, and weapon cooldown is reduced by 5%. I think that alone puts him in like a fairly high spot.
I'd be comfortable with A tier. I think he's a...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's good. He's got a lot going for him.
Yeah, like weapon cooldown. We've discussed how good that is, how broken that is.
Yeah.
So good. The lightning ring guy is next.
Yes. Porta. She's.
Disclaimer, I'm using guy as a general neutral term.
I know.
Okay.
Porta. So she's very funny, especially at like level 1.
Dude, so fast.
I know. Like the bats try to show up on the screen and they just zap, 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 zap. So you can sit there for a couple minutes, and then get a whole bunch of level ups at like minute 4.
She does
very
start
funny.
with like a +30% area that's permanent. So like.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Like extra area. We've talked about how good that is.
Do we think above or below Arca?
I
think above Arca.
Yeah.
I think I've had a little bit easier time with Porta than with Arca.
Yeah, because... Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Alright, next.
Llama, the battle axe lady.
Oh.
Dude.
I love Llama.
Llama, of course you do.
Llama gets more and more cursed, but also gets the strength to compensate.
Oh, she gets more move speed too. I think that's pretty good. More move speed, more health, more might, more curse. All around, really fun. I'd probably put her in like. You're probably gonna hate me for this, but I put her in high B tier.
High B tier? I'm comfortable with that. Yeah.
Okay. Poe, garlic guy.
Poe.
Yeah.
Oh wait, whoops.
On top of like starting with garlic and a measly plus 25% magnet, which isn't that good, he also starts with minus 30 max HP.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poe gets garlic tier.
Oh, you named it garlic tier again. That's amazing. Next one's the Santa water person.
Clerici. Yeah.
Clerici.
Um,
Starts with plus 400% area.
I mean, it doesn't last very long, but it's very funny.
It's very funny. And extra HP and HP regeneration. With
It's okay?
no scaling stuff. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'd probably put her in C tier.
Yeah. She's the first one that, like, doesn't really have strong advantages.
Like, she's just okay.
Yeah. Really just kind of a neutral.
Gomario, the King's Bible guy.
Oh, okay.
Plus 40% speed, plus 40% duration, like projectile speed. And then minus 40% movement speed.
Yikes. I mean, movement speed's not, like...
It's not super important, but, like...
It always hurts to lose it. Yeah.
Matters.
It's more like getting bonus movement speed has, like, diminishing returns, but losing movement speed hurts a lot.
Yeah, that's how it kind of feels. It does start... I'd put in C tier, like low C or something.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Croci.
Oh, I love Croci.
Yeah, that guy.
I think he's my first vote for S tier. Croci. So if you look at weapons, right? Cross and has like one of the highest potentials for Fiyaragi because he gets extra revivals.
That's true.
You're like,
absolutely right.
This guy syncs well with some of the best weapons in the game. Like, S tier. And, like, even if you're not going for the Fiyaragi, like, revivals are still good. It's still... Yeah, no, I think S tier pretty easily.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. Christine, I'd put her in S tier too.
Yeah, she has a rough start because of the pentagram.
She has a rough
start. So put her behind Croci.
But hear me out. She starts with one extra level, and like I get how bad that kind of is. She doesn't scale at all or anything, but she starts with an automatic minus 25% cooldown.
Yeah,
and that is so fucking good.
She does also start with less might, but as we discussed earlier, might is usually not the difficulty. It's the it's actually like hitting things, and starting with reduced cooldown is so amazing. I agree. So yeah, I'll give her S. Rough early game, so probably at the bottom of S tier just because of that. But like, scales so well.
Cooldown is just too good. It's just too good. I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
Okay. Now we're getting to like some of the really seriously broken characters, like Pugnala.
You agree? S tier.
Yes, absolutely S tier. Starts with 2 weapons. That's kind of insane.
Starts with the guns, which means all you need to do is find Tiragasu to get Fiyaragi. Scaling might means that she doesn't have to worry about might at all. Like, at all. And she can focus entirely on things that hit in wide ranges. So she doesn't have to carry, like, strong hitting weapons, like, axe if she doesn't need to. Though you might still pick up Axe for Death Spiral because big range, but like
Death Spiral's just that good.
Death Spiral's that good. But yeah, definitely an S tier.
Also, she's a Bayonetta reference.
Yeah, she's Bayonetta. She's
like,
got the 4 guns. She's got the funny little hair.
That alone puts her in S tier, in my opinion.
And her music. Now, with Pagdella and some of these other characters, they have personal themes, and Pagdella's is great. It sounds like Bayonetta or maybe Mario Kart.
Next up is Giovanna.
Oh, it hurts me so much.
It hurts me too. Let's just put her in S and call it good.
I can't.
She scales with projectile speed, which just isn't that good. It's like
Meri, I'll have you know that there have been times with Giovanna where I have not gotten a single experience orb until like a minute 30. Because the cats are that hard to work with that early on.
And like, it also sucks that she scales with projectile speed because I don't think that helps with cats at all.
It's just not that great.
It's really, it pains me, but you're right.
Yeah.
She's fun though. She's fun.
She's so fun. She's so fun. Again, she's my favorite character, like aesthetically. And this is her theme playing right now, and we love her theme. I guess she also shares it with Osol. But a funny thing about Giovanna's theme, for those that don't know, when it starts, it actually starts off a little bit slower than usual. And then as she levels up, in addition to her projectile speed, the music speed increases. So the music gets more intense as she goes. Which is so cool.
It's really creative. This game is so good.
It's so good. Poor Giovanna. Held back by
just being bad.
Yeah.
It's such a good design. Also my favorite aesthetically and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy.
Poppy.
Lady starts. Yeah, Poppy. Sorry, I'm not.
No, that's understandable.
Names.
Okay.
Yeah, S tier.
I think behind Croce though.
Croce,
like
I can see that.
Poppy is mostly carried by starting the Song of Mana.
Starting with Song of Mana, but she also scales really well with duration.
Yes.
Which scales super well with Song of Mana.
Agreed. Like she is perfectly. I mean, all of these, besides Giovanna, unfortunately, but like these like coffin characters scale well with their respective weapons. It's kind of the point. And Poppy's really good at that.
All right, the Concetta?
Concetta. I say Concetta.
Concetta, okay.
Yeah, she
I'm sorry.
is bad. I'd put her in D tier.
I'm comfortable with her in D tier.
Yeah. Shadow Opinions, as we discussed, is pretty weak. She also starts with additional curse, which normally we like curse, but starting with like 10 more curse when you have a weak weapon and you're one of these scaling characters, it's just...
She just scales area though, and that's her only saving grace.
Yeah, that's quite a saving grace, but it's not... I don't think it takes it out of D tier though.
Yeah.
You pick Concetta and you're on the back foot already.
Mortaccio.
As we discussed, Bones is good, and all of these like more amount scaling characters.
Yeah, I'd put him in A.
I think I'm really tempted to put Mortaccio in S. I just don't know if I can quite.
I don't feel like they're quite an S character. The bone is I like that.
That's yeah.
The bone is really good, but like
the bone is good. Scaling with projectiles is good, but they don't really have any like stats besides amount.
Yeah, and that's kind of the unfortunate thing about them.
Yeah. Yeah, if they had any additional stats, they would be an S tier. But as is, like, They did a good job of making sure that that amount is not like ruining the game.
Mhm.
um,
So next is Cavallo.
just worse Mortaccio.
Just worse Matashio.
I'd say even bad enough to go to C tier.
Yeah, I'd say that. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't even know what Cavallo's supposed to be. Is he like a...
Panda?
I think so. Panda throwing cherry bombs, I guess. Doesn't really look much like a panda in the face, though.
I'm gonna look up and what if there's like a reference here.
Okay.
Follow is Italian for horse, which sounds like orso, which is Italian for bear, hence this character's appearance.
Huh.
During the 80s and early 90s, the adaptation of the Japanese anime Yatterman was very popular among kids in Italy. Yatacavallo refers to the naming of the robots appearing in the anime, which was Yata plus animal name like Yata Pesh, Yata Kun, and obviously Yata Panda. So they're a panda!
Okay. Okay. Either way, C tier.
C tier, yeah. Pandas are cute though.
Pandas are
Ramba is next.
Ramba.
I'd put them in the same
I
tier.
think they're like a low C tier. Like I think
Yeah.
like Minecarts is even worse than Cherry Bomb.
It
For starting
doesn't
off.
go well with projectiles either, is something I've noticed.
Yeah, so the way Minecart scales with a projectile amount is that it gets more bounces, which is...
Not really that good,
No.
unfortunately. Because, like, if you're going to be walking, then you lose those bounces anyways.
Yeah.
What I've noticed with them. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for them.
Okay.
Osol is next.
I think Osol is... Okay, first of all, Osol is a good dog, and he's good, and I love him. He shares Giovanna's theme. Like, it plays Giovanna's theme when you play Osol. And also, he can heal all the plants in the... in Il Molise. So that's an S tier.
Yeah, okay, yep. Let's not talk about this any further.
Good boy. Ambrosio.
Was it a boy or a girl? Because isn't it a reference to Okami?
Oh yeah, Osol is... I guess so. Good girl. Osol, good girl. Okay, Ambrosio. Just like Ramba. You good with that? Maybe above Ramba.
He does start with extra luck.
Does he?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm hearing what you're saying.
He starts with plus 10 amount, which is kind of insane.
Right. Right, he
Plus-
does work differently.
20% magnet, plus 20% luck, and plus 20% greed, which doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But that...
I forgot
all
Ambrosio
those
worked differently
stats-
from the other
yeah,
guys, yeah. I still don't think above C tier, though.
Not above C tier. Yeah, because that weapon he starts with is still just like...
Do you think closer to Cavallo or Ramba?
I'd put him at the top of C tier.
Top of C tier? Okay.
Yeah. I that's a good place for him.
Okay.
Gallo?
Okay, so I have not used Gallo or Divano at all.
Oh, I've used Abano. I could vouch for them.
Okay.
Uh,
Remind me what their stats are.
Okay, so Gallo gets plus 15 duration, minus 15% cooldown, which...
That's good.
Oh, you know how I feel about that. And minus 50% greed, which literally does not matter. Plus 3 rerolls and plus 3 skips. I did not know that. That's
Yeah.
really pretty good.
Yeah. He sounds good. He sounds good. It just sounds like he's a bit reliant on getting some good weapon draws on that free level up.
Yeah, he starts with 1 extra level and gains plus 10 growth every 5 levels, maximum of 50,
Okay.
which is a pretty good amount,
Yeah.
all things considered. I'd probably put him in high B, low
Yeah.
A.
Yeah. It sounds like. I think he sounds like a low A character.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that.
Divano.
Divano starts with 1.0 recovery, plus 30% luck, minus 50% stat that does not matter, and plus 6 banish, which is also pretty good. Starts with 1 extra level, gains plus 1 armor every 5 levels, max of a plus 5.
Sounds definitely like worse than Gallo, of course, because he's more
Yeah,
defensive.
yeah,
I'm thinking.
that's unfortunate because this is character. This is the one I did the Laurel only run with.
Uh-huh.
He's really good if you're going to go for the Laurel only run. I'd put him in. I kind of want to say C tier.
C tier. Okay. High or low C tier?
Kind of like a higher, but not super high. Not better than Ambrosio.
Maybe there.
Yeah, that looks like a good spot for it.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
And now we're getting to the secret characters.
Zeus.
Oh no, Zeus needs it first. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, despite starting with such an awful weapon, I think this character would either be A or S tier.
Oh, absolutely. Scaling Omni is like so good.
Super good.
She has that rough start, but like we still put Christine in S tier with that. And I think her start's rougher than Christine's.
Yeah.
So I'll put it there.
Such a bad weapon.
It's a bad weapon, but once you get another weapon to support it, like it's more manageable.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Is Queen Sigma not? I don't see Queen Sigma in our list. I guess she's just not on this. Whatever.
Oh no.
We know where Sigma goes. Sigma goes above S tier.
Yeah, do you know how to add more pictures to that?
Well. Oh, wait, no, she's right here. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
She was hiding.
We know where Sigma goes.
Yeah, we could just put her up there now.
Yeah. Honestly, though, honestly.
Like, this character is designed to be busted in every way possible.
It's like...
Has some of the highest stat modifiers at base level, and then scales every good stat.
Has the highest, like, base stat of every character, I believe. Like, highest max health and everything. 333 HP, 3.0 recovery, plus 3 armor, plus 50 movement speed, plus 50 might, plus 50 duration, minus 25% cooldown, plus 1 amount, plus 1 revival, 100% magnet, plus 50% luck, plus 10% curse.
And plus 108 reroll, banish, and skip.
Yeah, seriously.
108. You can choose whatever build you want with her.
You, like... The like, flavor text, I guess is what I'm gonna call it, is she owns everything, which...
Is true in every sense of the word.
Owns your ass.
Yeah. Like, designed to be busted. Plus, she starts with the victory sword. It's like...
Yeah, like... There's something charming about the developer putting a character designed to just break the game in there. Like, I really like that.
Yeah, I love it too. It's very fun. Okay, so now let's get to
X-Dash is our next one, I believe.
X-Dash. Garlic tier? The thing with X-Dash is they basically...
Yeah. They have a plus 100% luck, though.
They do. Maybe I'll slip and accidentally put them in S tier. objectively the worst character, but that's kind of the point. All these secret characters are supposed to be weird. They don't work like normal characters. Yeah, do you think garlic tier for X-Dash?
Yeah. That's fair.
Technically worse than Poe, so like. Okay, Toasty.
Toasty.
Better than X-Dash.
So much potential.
The thing with Toasty is, I think if you get him to like level 200 or something like that, he suddenly gets a huge stat boost that makes him like. Basically, if you don't want to use Infinite Corridor and Crimson Shroud, like Toasty can do basically the same thing. And beats the Red Mask by himself.
Yeah, Toasty's pretty good.
So
only 1 HP though, so
yeah,
you know what you're doing.
I can't honestly put him any higher than garlic tier. It is a like Easter egg basically that Toasty can do anything besides be just like X-Dash. So you're comfortable with
Yeah.
Yeah. Smith, however.
Smith is interesting.
Smith is good. I like Smith. Smith actually has real stats.
Too much.
I've used him a couple times. He has like real stats, and he that low HP I found is like not as bad as you think it'd be. Obviously not great. It basically means if you make a mistake anywhere past the early game, like you're screwed. And you kind of do need to focus on having like options that make you safer. But Smith's not bad, and especially starting with Vandalier, that's a lot of fun. I might put him in. I don't remember exactly what his stats are, but what are his stats?
7 HP, plus 20% movement speed, minus 10 might, minus 50 projectile speed, minus 10 duration, minus 10 area, plus 10 cooldown, plus 100% luck. So kind of bad.
But I think he scales.
But he scales really well.
Yeah.
Thing. And it doesn't have the ceiling. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, so like a rough start, but like not even as rough as like Christine or Ziasunta, I'd say, because like at least he has a good weapon.
They gain recovery, might, area, speed, duration, cooldown, and luck every level. So
yes,
yeah, skill.
That's really fucking good. So I'd say maybe A tier.
Yeah, I can do A tier, especially because they start with that weapon and everything.
Yeah, I'd put them. The low HP hurts a lot, so I can't put them like top of A tier, I don't think. But I'd say maybe there.
Yeah, that's like a good spot. I'm okay with that.
All right, next.
Next is random.
Random. I haven't used them at all yet.
I haven't used them either.
So, from what I understand, the way random works is that there's a couple of set randoms that have like set stats, and like they scale in weird ways, and they like their stats are weird, but they are like a handful of presets, and then when you start, they also get a random weapon. So I don't know. I'd have to actually like use them to get a vibe on them. I don't know where I put them.
Yeah, I think that one and missing
Here.
though.
Yeah, let's do a random tier.
Random tier.
Uh,
Because I haven't used missing though either.
oh wait, no, this should still be blue. This I have used missing now. I used missing now earlier. That's I used missing now earlier today. Yeah. Fun. We'll Okay, so random. We'll put random. I guess since we're mentioning Missing No. So Missing No, his stats can be any of his stats can be anywhere from like a really high positive number to a really high negative number. It's like the range is specific to each stat, so that actually works. But it does lead to really funny things. I had a run earlier with Missing No where I had negative 105 projectile speed, which means projectiles moved backwards at very slow rates. And so Missing No randomly starts with either Axe or Death Spiral. And I started with Death Spiral, so he would just like leave these little Death Spirals that are just like slowly moving outwards, and they were massive because they had huge area and huge might. It was so funny, and I can't wait to play more Missing No. Yeah,
play more Missing No.
Missing No could be absolute garbage or the best character in the game by like almost like Sigma tier, and it just depends on what stats you roll. So yeah, we can't really put them in anywhere besides a random tier.
Jeez. Okay, yeah, that's fair. So Morabio. Minus 110% projectile speed, which means they go backwards.
Stopping bullets in midair. It's really funny. You leave like funny little projectile traps, or they you can get like a little bit of a projectile speed to leave projectile traps that just like sit there, or you can let the negative things like throw them backwards. It's really funny, but it's not good.
It's not good, but it is really funny.
I want to put him in D tier.
B tier?
D tier.
Oh, I was like, what the
Yeah,
what do you mean? Like B tier?
Yeah, no, definitely not B tier. D tier.
Mina.
I don't remember what Mina does. They start with the bloody tier.
They start with the bloody tier. They have a little bit of extra health, a little bit of extra recovery, a lot less might, but they get might, projectile, speed, duration, area, and cooldown change every minute.
Right. They just like their stats just are wonky.
Yeah. I don't know about this one. They do start with the bloody tier.
I might put them in C tier. Or maybe random tier? No, because it's like a consistent shifting.
Yeah. I think C tier is fine. Like they're like lower C tier, but not like super low.
I think that might be more effective than Ramba, but
yeah. Letta.
Oh, Letta's good. I've only used Letta once so far, but Letta's good.
Either S or A tier, in my opinion. Has a lot of extra might. Like the only drawback he really has is mildly less movement speed, but he also starts with like more area. He starts with every one of the good stats. I mean, like more area, cooldown, armor and stuff, which, you know, armor's not that great, but yeah, it's good for him because he has so much health and everything. Yeah,
Letta's a weird one, but they, unlike a lot of the other secret characters where they have like some weird niche mechanic, Letta is just strong.
Yeah. Actually, I'm really sorry to admit this to everyone. The first time I beat the boss rush was with Letta.
First time I beat the boss rush was with Red Death, so you're good.
Okay.
Okay,
Cosmo?
so after Cosmo. I like Cosmo a lot.
I like Cosmo too.
I think A tier is where I'd probably put them.
I agree with that.
It's like a high A tier.
Yeah.
So the funny thing about Cosmo, for those who don't know, is that Cosmo starts with the birds, but not in their weapon slots. They just get them for free. They just get free birds. You can then also get the birds in addition to that, and then evolve those birds into Vandalier. And you still have the birds.
You can also get the
Gemini ones, yeah.
yeah, Gemini ones, and just have like 6 birds.
Plus, Cosmo also gets a lot of free revives that works well with Fear. You know, I think I'm talking myself into S tier. He's got a lot of the same advantages that Croce has, with the like good synergy with the good weapon and like solid stats and just like good starting weapon. Like
they also get extra like recovery and luck, which I know recovery doesn't really matter that
well,
much.
Cosmo has like 30 HP. Like it.
Yeah. So
the way Cosmo works is you take a hit and then you immediately heal it all back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like a low S tier. I think I put Letta too low. I'm gonna put Letta a bit higher. I'll put Cosmo maybe a Ziacinta.
Yeah, that's a good spot for him. I like that one.
All right.
Peppino.
Garlic tier. Yeah.
Garlic tier.
It's like better Poe. Because at least you don't have to get Pomerola.
Yeah, but like you also can't move at all.
You can't move, admittedly, but that's like funny in its own way. Oh, goodbye, Amber. Thank you for coming by.
Bye, Amber.
Hope your evening plans go well.
You too.
Yeah, Peppino's very funny. Technically, I should probably put them at the very bottom, but it's just too funny.
Yeah.
The concept is strong enough, I think. Trouser. So, we've been saying that greed doesn't matter. Trouser is the one character where I think we should consider his greed. Because he has the highest greed stat, and he scales greed. That's clearly what his purpose is, so let's judge him by what he's supposed to do, which is get you a lot of money.
Goalkeeper.
Oh boy, does he get you a lot of money.
He also, along with, Poppy, he starts with the Song of Mana.
Yes, agreed. So, S tier?
Yeah, I'd put him on S tier.
Probably
lower.
Yeah.
Letta.
Maybe like right above Christine.
Yeah, I think that's an okay spot. I'd even put it behind her. I think like in that area though.
Yeah,
it's just fine for him.
Yeah. Trouser's pretty good. Let's save Red Death for last.
Yeah. Okay.
Gaines Boros. S tier. Yeah, really funny.
Yeah.
Casually, I once casually got to like level 460 something Gaines.
Yeah. Not surprised. You can like scale really insanely with that.
Yeah, I think I might put him right next to Cosmo and Trouser. Also, funny thing, Gaines Boros, his name is a reference to Final Fantasy VII, Aerith Gainsborough.
Oh my gosh.
Why is this?
Never noticed that.
I mean, I imagine it's like gains because, like, you know, like gaining levels, getting stronger, and then Boros because like Ouroboros. But like when you do Gaines Boros, that very much feels like the intention there. Anyway, yeah, S tier, really good. Gyorunton.
3-headed dragon. Gains +1 curse every level, can find evolutions in any treasure.
I think that curse really hurts them.
Yeah, I'd put him in like B or A.
Yeah, I was thinking B. I'm thinking behind Lemma. Because Lemma's curse gain is capped. Like, there's a limit to it. Gyoruntun's is uncapped and can get way out of control. And I just don't think that Gyoruntun has other statistical advantages that allow it to keep up with its curse.
Yeah.
But it is still like fun and like, yeah, not bad.
And the last one we have Sonic the Hedgehog.
Red Death is great. Oh, good night, Dooley. Thank you. Good luck with the single character left. Yeah, Red Death's an easy A tier.
Easy A tier. Goes fast. 100% movement speed. And you can get the wings and they'll go even faster.
Yeah.
And like...
I just kind of want to put them at the top, honestly. You good with that?
Yeah. No, like that's good.
Alrighty.
Red Death was like made to be broken.
Yeah.
They were like the first made to be broken before Sigma existed.
Yes.
Good night, Dooley.
Good night, Dooley. Okay, so are we good with this? I feel like we've got a lot of S tiers, but like there are a lot of characters who are just good. But maybe we could like break this apart. No. Yeah. No. These are all good. Yeah.
I like the idea that like because like this just talks about this speaks volumes about how good the game is. There's so many characters that are good and
you're right. These characters feel good to play. These are the ones that are satisfying. You feel powerful. These are the ones that like you have to put a little work in, but like they still feel good. As you get down the
like Giovanna, like even the bad ones, like Giovanna and stuff. Those ones are still fun to play.
Yes.
Not in an objective term and sense, they're not good.
Yeah. I'll sleep right above garlic. Like, these could be bad, these could be good. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, yeah, I agree. This actually says a lot about how the game is designed in a way that like all of these characters feel good.
Yeah.
For different reasons. Okay, yeah. So this is our final tier list?
Yeah, I'm happy with this. Looking over it, it feels good.
Yeah, this feels about right. Oh, Giovanna, I'm so sorry. And, of course, the last thing we have to rank, the thing that'll be hardest for us.
Hardest.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, I should probably get them in order. So let me look up the Arcana and get them in numerical order.
Right.
Just so it's easier to talk about. Okay, so first we have Game Killer, then Gemini, then Twilight Requiem, then Tragic Princess, then Awake, then Chaos and the Dark Knight, then Saraband of Healing, then Iron Blue Will, then Mad Groove, then Divine Bloodline, and then Beginning, and then Waltz of Pearls, and then Out of Bounds, then Wicked Season, and then Jail of Crystal, and then Disco of Gold, and then Slash, then Lost and Found Painting, then Boogaloo of Illusions, Heart of Fire, Silent Old Sanctuary, and Blood Astronomia. Okay. There we go. All of them are in order now.
Awesome. Cool.
How dare you steal my hat while I was doing that?
I'm sorry. It's comfy.
Okay. So, we'll just go through them in the Arcana order, right? So we start with the Fool, the Game Killer. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it kills your game though.
It does. It means you can't get any. So, Game Killer, you can no longer gain EXP, and instead EXP turns into projectiles. However, all treasure chests now contain at least 3 items.
It's really good if it's like the last Arcana you pick up.
If you've got your build finished by the time you get your 3rd Arcana, Game Killer's really good. So I'm going to give it an A tier. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Gemini.
I want to put that in S.
What?
At the very least, A tier.
I was thinking low.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's so good.
It's so fun, but like it's not really necessary to clear the early rounds. Hello, Fritz. There goes the tier list. We've already tiered all the weapons and the items and the characters. I'll probably like share the tier lists on I'll probably like tweet these out once we're done here, but so you can look at them. But yeah, we're just onto the Arcanas now.
Yep.
Okay. The problem is that the additional weapons just like don't do enough, I think.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I should once again think about this in a vacuum because Gemini can pair really well with other Arcanas, but by itself, I see what you're saying.
So,
I think it is good.
We'll split the difference. Call it B tier.
B tier.
Because if you're thinking S and A and I'm thinking C and D, then like maybe it's somewhere in between.
Maybe it's somewhere in between.
Do I want to know why Sigma is in their own tier? Because Sigma is designed to be in their own tier.
Sigma is imagine you start up a game and you just like decide to play through the whole thing in God mode. That's what Sigma is.
Yeah. Okay, next Arcana, Twilight Requiem. Listed weapon projectiles generate explosions when they expire. So this is for Bible and Unevolved Birds and Rune Tracer and I think it's kind of okay.
Too much, but it is good with Murtaccio, the like skeleton.
Yeah.
Specifically.
I'd be. Yeah, it is strong with in its right environment. Most of these Arcana are going to be that, but I think maybe like B or C tier.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it like top B.
I'm okay with top B. Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Tragic Princess.
Okay,
the cooldown of.
Hear me out. Yeah, say what
the cooldown of listed weapons reduces when moving. So that's Garlic, Soul Eater, Santa Water, Labora, Lightning Ring, Thunderloop, and Corello. And if we look back at our weapon tier list,
okay, hear me out. I know. Hear me out. All of those weapons suck ass. But you get a Silent Princess and you get those weapons, and suddenly they don't suck ass anymore. I'm not saying that it's like S tier or anything. I'm just saying you pick up Silent Princess and suddenly those weapons are worth getting.
Okay, but Meri.
Yeah?
Every weapon has a good Arcana for it. Why would you pick this and pick subpar weapons when you could pick a strong weapon and then pick an Arcana that works with it?
Because it's fun. It's really fun to see the like Santa Water, and it's really fun to see Santa Water just be flung around.
And Santa Water's the only good one. It's the only good one, Meri. Are you going to give an entire Arcana to make Santa Water a weapon we already agreed is good better?
Single one of the weapons listed in Tragic Princess. You pick up every single one of them, and you become I've won games with that.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll put it up to B tier.
You could put like high C tier at the very least.
Okay.
If it just stays at the top.
Okay, high C. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, Awake.
A tier. A tier, yeah.
Yeah, it scales well with one of the best weapons, Fieragi, and even if you do use it for its revivals, it just makes you stronger on each revival. It's plus 3 revivals, consumer revival grants plus 10 max HP, plus 1 armor, plus 5% might area duration speed.
There have been times where I purposely kill myself just to get those bonus stats.
I mean, you could just wait. Like, it's not like actually efficient, but I totally understand where you're coming from. I tempted to do it too.
Big numbers.
Yeah, Awake is good. Chaos in the Dark Knight. Overall projectile speed continuously changes between -50 and +50 over 10 seconds, and the character gains +1 projectile speed every level.
D?
Yeah. It is kind of funny where some weapons, when their projectile speed is like below what you expect, it's very funny to watch, but that doesn't mean it's good.
Leave it to Fritz to make a Team Fortress 2 reference.
Yeah, Chaos and Dark Knight's not that great. Saraband of Healing.
Healing is doubled, recovering HP damages nearby enemies for the same amount.
So funny thing, Saraband of Healing is basically, if you have the health recovery power up, right? The additional health recovery, it's basically just free garlic. And then it continues to be kind of okay later on, unlike garlic. I still think it's bad. I still think it's C tier.
Yeah, C or even D tier. I hardly pick it up ever.
We're all kind of forced to use it because it's the first Arcana you get. So you get used to its use cases, but its use cases aren't that strong. But I still don't think it's like completely useless. Okay, if you have a healing build, it's okay. It's not gonna
win, but like it's gonna help.
Yeah.
And since we're doing the healing build, okay, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Iron Blue Will. Listed projectiles gain up to 3 bounces and might pass through enemies and walls, and that is Knife, Thousand Edge, Axe, Death Spiral, Fiera del Tufello, the Eighth Sparrow, and Corello. So guns, knives, axes, and Corello. And they'll bounce.
I guess I don't like it.
It's only really good with like Death Spiral, because like guns you eventually get rid of. Like eventually you go away with guns.
Yeah, and even then, the only real bonus you get from that is like going through walls and bounces. I
think Death Spiral bouncing off of enemies is actually pretty good. But I still don't think that saves this Arcana, so I think C tier.
C tier.
Mad Groove. Yeah. I think it's A tier.
You think it's A tier?
So the funny thing about Mad Groove is that it saves you a lot of walking, and can make certain options just like possible that weren't before. For example, on like Gallow Tower, where like there's like half the things you want at the top and half the things you want at the bottom. If you're like committing to one, you can use Mad Groove to like get the other, or you can any map that has like a lot of them, you can use Mad Groove. It's really good if you pick it up like partway through, because you've decided partway through that you want to do like Infinite Corridor, Crimson Shroud, or something like that. If you want the stage items, save yourself the walking, get Mad Groove.
Yeah, okay. And it's like also pretty good, I feel, with like the Bone Zone with like the light sources and stuff, because there's so many light sources fun with that one. And then there's another Arcana that like makes those explode, and it pairs pretty well with that.
Oh, I hadn't considered that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay. So we're comfortable with A tier. I still think it's below Awake and Game Killer, but maybe Game Killer should be. Yeah, Game Killer should be lower.
Yeah. I'm okay with that one. Yeah.
Okay. Divine Bloodline. This one's pretty new, but armor also affects listed weapons damage and reflects enemy damage. Character gains bonus damage depending on missing health. Defeating enemies with retaliatory damage gives plus 0.5 max health. This is for only unevolved weapons and Victory Sword. So it's armor. So it uses armor, and it applies to Cross, Bible, Garlic, Santa Water, Lightning Ring, Saga Mana, Ventus Acro, Victory Sword. So yeah.
I put it in S tier.
You do? Okay. I haven't. I picked it up like once, but it's
This is the Arcana that let me win the
the lore only.
Laurel, that's the word I'm looking for. I couldn't think of. I had a brain fart there. The Laurel only run.
I imagine it would.
This is insane. Like it's an Arcana that literally lets you win by doing nothing.
I'll have to give that a try. That does sound really good.
You should give it a try. It's really fun. It makes you feel special.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can agree to that. Next, we have Beginning. So Beginning, listed weapons get +1 amounts. The character's main weapon and its evolution gain +3 amounts instead. So whatever the character's starting weapon is, gets +3 amount, and then the weapons used by the bone, the cherry bomb, the egg, the minecarts, and the celestial dusting get extra projectiles as well. I think it's pretty good.
I would also put that one in S tier.
Yeah, I think it's S tier.
I used to pick Awakening as my go-to first Arcana, but then I got Beginning, and now that's my go-to first Arcana.
Yeah,
it's like it's just better.
Yeah, any character that wants a lot of projectile amounts, like you take Beginning.
And the characters that don't really care about that, you're not going to pick them anyway. So.
Well, like there are some characters you might take, like Poppy, who aren't going to get much out of Beginning.
Yeah, I know. I was more talking about the garlic guy, but
yeah. Okay, yeah. So I agree. Beginning is definitely a top tier. A Waltz of Pearls. Listed weapons projectiles gain up to 3 bounces. So this is for the wands, the crosses, the wands and the cross, and their evolutions. And also the minecart, because everything seems to work with minecart. They really wanted minecart to be good.
Yeah. I think this one's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's probably an A tier.
A tier.
Letting those
A tier, but like
yeah, letting those bounce is, I might put it above Mad Groove. Those are good weapons. All those are like not too bad. I mean, some of them aren't like the best, but like they're not too bad, and they can get a lot of use out of this. You agree?
Yeah, I agree. Sorry. Had a cough.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Okay. Next we have 12, Out of Bounds. Freezing enemies generates explosions, or Orologians are easier to find. I haven't used this one at all.
I think I've used this one like once.
Mm-hmm.
The explosions are similar to like the Laurel's evolutions explosions and stuff.
Okay.
I don't think it's super good.
So maybe like a low C, high D?
Yeah, probably somewhere in the middle of C. Actually.
Oh, okay. So like maybe
like,
there?
If you're going if you're going to be picking this, then you probably already plan on killing Death. The problem is this Arcana doesn't really help you in killing Death. It's mostly for like large groups of enemies that you freeze.
Yeah. It does get you there safely, I guess.
Yeah, it feels like picking this makes it so that when you're not killing Death, it feels better to have the Clock Lancet. And when you're killing Death, it feels worse, but that doesn't matter because you're killing Death.
Yeah.
So it feels like just standard. It's like, no, this is... It doesn't feel as good as the other ones, but you don't feel bad for picking it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I'm like over-explaining myself.
You're good. We have spent almost 3 hours talking about...
Oh my gosh, for reals?
Yeah. We're here to talk. That is the point. Okay. Wicked Season. I think it's an S tier.
I think that's an S tier too, absolutely.
I wouldn't put it better than I think Beginning should be there. And then... But yeah, Wicked Season is so much fun. So what Wicked Season does... Overall growth, luck, greed, and curse are doubled at fixed intervals. The character starts gaining 1% growth, luck, greed, and curse every 2 levels. It's fun. You get more level ups, you get more luck, you get more curse, you get more money. It's fun. It even has like a little indicator under you that's like kind of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. I think the most important stat increase we can take to this is, of course, curse.
It's especially fun because you occasionally get that double curse, and then it's immediately followed by the double growth. And so you get to like kill so many enemies during the curse, and then pick up all their remains.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, no, I really like Wicked Season. If I don't have anything better to pick up, I pick up Wicked Season. Jail of Crystal. So I only used this for the first time earlier today, and I can't say I was too impressed.
Yeah, it's not that good. I tried to make it good. But I just
D tier?
D tier.
Better or worse than Chaos in the Dark Knight?
Uh,
At least Chaos in the Dark Knight has a cool name.
yeah, I'm gonna say worse. Jail of Crystal is pretty cool. That could be like a location in D&D.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Disco Gold. Trash, except on Bone Zone, where it's actually pretty okay.
Agree with that.
Specifically if you're having issues surviving there.
I was actually gonna say exactly that. So.
Are we feeling the use case of Bone Zone brings it up to like a B tier or A tier?
Probably like a C tier.
C tier, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
Slash. So Slash enables critical hits for listed weapons, doubles overall critical damage for knives, whips, axes, heaven sword specifically, not cross. Oh, it doesn't affect cross. Okay, never mind. Heaven sword and victory sword. For some reason, I thought this affected cross.
Huh. Weird that it doesn't.
Yeah, more you know.
I feel like it should. Put this in A tier.
Yeah, it's solid.
It makes some of the worst weapons not the worst weapons.
Yeah, still wouldn't put it ahead of Awake, but maybe right ahead of Waltz of Pearls?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Lost and Found painting. Overall duration continually changes between -50 and +50 over 10 seconds. Character starts getting +1 duration every level. That's pretty good. I think, like, losing duration half the time kind of hurts.
Yeah.
But I think the scaling duration
does, like, help a bit.
I'd probably put it in B tier.
B tier, probably like lower B tier.
Yeah.
I feel.
I want to put it ahead of Gemini, but that's my opinions on Gemini.
All right.
Okay. Next we have the beautifully named Boogaloo of Illusions.
Love that.
Overall area continuously changes between -25% and +25% over 10 seconds. The character gains +1 area every level. This would be the easiest S tier ever if it didn't occasionally reduce your area. As such, I think it's an A tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say A tier.
Where are we thinking? Like high A, low A?
Middle.
Yeah, I'll put it ahead of Waltz of Pearls.
Amazing, but it's not like bad.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't feel bad to pick it.
Mm-hmm. It does what it needs to do, and what it needs to do is make everything really big.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to deal with things being a little less big. Okay. Next we have 19. Heart of Fire. Listed weapon projectiles explode on impact. Light sources explode. Character explodes when damaged.
The counterpart to Jail of Crystal.
Yeah.
This one's actually really good.
I haven't used it that much, but it sounds really good.
It just every weapon listed is even yourself. Everything is now like the environment. Everything's an AoE now.
Yeah. So this is for Fire Wand, Valkyrie Turner, the Red Gun, but not Firagi, and light sources. So like the fiery weapons.
Yeah.
I'm
Thinking
thinking A or B.
Really high B.
Really high B? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like it's I just got done talking about how great it is, but like I did a lot of experimenting with it, and the weapons you need for it just aren't the best, and
Yeah.
that's the only drawback.
Mm-hmm.
So the Arcana itself is really good, but the weapons that use it are not.
They definitely, like, a lot of these Arcana are supposed to be helping out the weaker weapons. Like, they tend to be of the, like, the weapons that are struggling to keep up. It's almost like these are balancing patches to the weapons.
Yeah.
But also some of these help the stronger weapons. And you just pick those. Yeah. Okay, Silent Old Sanctuary.
Is it possible for something to be an S tier and D tier at the same time?
Can we make like a copy of this? It is so good at what it does. It is amazing. But most runs have no use for it.
Yeah. That's like how I feel about it. It's like, if you're going to do a run, you're going to be doing a run built specifically around that, and you're going to have a great time. But outside of that one run you were doing for it, it's just not worth it.
You're right. I do want to put it in both S and D tier. The part of me that wants to have fun with the game wants to put it in S tier. So
let's put it in S tier then.
Yeah, that goes there.
It's all about having fun.
And then finally we have Blood Astronomia, the World.
Finally.
Listed enemies also emit special damaging zones affected by amount and magnet. Enemies within magnet range take damage based on amount.
So yeah, it fixes some weapons. It does what it needs to do.
Yeah, it's... Here's the thing, it does also scale with Song of Mana.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like low A, maybe?
Yeah, I haven't played around with it too much, but it does seem good.
Yeah.
It is pretty new after all, so... do we think... Where relative to Game Killer?
I'd put it below Game Killer.
Okay. And so that's that.
That's the Arcana.
Yeah. And we're good with that.
Yeah. Look over it. Yeah. Most of the Arcana look like they're pretty solid choices.
Yeah.
I like this.
This was good. Yeah. So let's look over our beauties again. So we got our passive item tier list. The best tier is clearly the fun tier here.
Fun tier.
Our weapons tier list.
Weapons.
Everything.
Good weapons.
There's good weapons.
I like how Song of Mana is the top of S tier. And really, I was so happy when you put it there. It's like, yeah,
that's where it goes.
Really knows what she's talking about. I trust this person.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Characters. I like how we have like 3 weird tiers for characters because there's just that much diversity here. And then our Arcana.
And the Arcana. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, this has been a great time.
This was really fun. I remember us talking about this and then being like, we can't discuss it too much right now. We have to wait for stream.
Yeah.
And then we didn't talk about it for like a month.
I've been meaning to bring it up, but I keep like thinking about it when I'm not like talking to you. So but I'm glad we did this.
Yeah. Oh man, this was great. Like this is exactly what I needed tonight.
Good. Glad.
Shut up, Shori, you're a nerd.
Shori's the biggest dang nerd.
Shori's like a bigger nerd than both of us combined.
So yeah, I think once we're done here, I'll save these and like probably like send them in like a tweet or something, and also share them in my Discord, and we'll have these forever.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna save them. Share them with me too.
Of course. Well then, let's if we're done here, I guess we'll go to the chatting screen. Meri, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for letting me join you and letting me discuss this chaos with you.
It's a chaos of the Dark Knight.
I loved it. I loved it.
It's been a good time. So anything else we want to say? Anything else we want to do? We got a solid 3 hours out of that, which I was
Man, is there any? There should be a PvP mode in Vampire Survivors.
How would that even work? But I agree.
I don't know. That's not what I'm worried about. I just want to play Vampire Survivors with my friend Ophelia.
You want to fight me?
Yeah.
Well, we can't fight a Vampire Survivors, but we've got many other games to fight in.
Wait, shoot. I just realized what that might have entailed. I don't think I have it in me tonight. I'm sorry.
No. I think we're good tonight. I think we're probably gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Another time. Yeah, this has been a great time.
It has been.
Alrighty. Well, Meri, are you gonna be up to anything next week? Are you gonna be up to anything interesting?
What am I gonna be up to? I might be up to things.
We are both up to something on Sunday.
On Sunday.
On Sunday, we're gonna be with our friend Tokidoki Sunday for her 1 year anniversary thing. We're that's gonna be on her channel. What time? I don't remember what time. It's around like the afternoon. I'll follow like Meri, if you want to look that up real quick. Yeah, we'll be there with a whole bunch of other people for a bit. It should be a lot of fun. I don't have any plans, any streaming like tomorrow or anything, but next week should be good stuff. As always, my scheduling stuff on Twitter and all that.
Oh man, all I'm seeing is Sunday.
Well, we'll
Wait,
see.
Here it is.
Yes.
1:15.
Alrighty.
PT.
Pacific time, 1:15 Sunday. Thank you, Shori.
I don't have any plans tomorrow. Actually, I've canceled them all.
Yeah. Let's cancel all of our plans tomorrow and just do this stream again.
Yeah.
Just
oh my gosh.
tier everything again.
Once again, but like this time we over-explain everything. Like you thought we explained it a lot. This time, no, we're going to explain every possible situation.
We're going to every time we're trying to tier a character, we're going to do a run with that character to explain our thought process.
Oh my god! No.
No, this has been a good time though. I'd love to do this again. Not with Vampire Survivors tiers, I guess, but like with something else.
Yeah.
Something to talk about. Yeah, we'll find something.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for letting me join you tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm always happy to have you. Alrighty then. Well, let's see. Do we want to raid anyone? You got anyone you'd like to send our raid to?
Oh shoot.
Oh, Minnie's online. Do we want to go to Minnie?
Minnie's online. We could go to Minnie.
Yeah, let's go raid Minnie.
Let's go say hi to Minnie.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, she's playing No Man's Sky. She'll love to see us. Alright, everyone. Thank you for coming by. I love you all.
Thank you for coming by.
Goodbye, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, Ophelia. Good night. Good night, everyone.